Yeah. What's up? It's that boy Coach Malachi Williams in the building. We back. New Media Today, USA Boxing. We are back. What's going on, everybody, man? What's happening, man? We're going to have a good show today, man. You know how we do it over here, man. We don't fake the funk over here. We do not fake the funk over here, man. We're going to have a good show over here today. Got Rick Glaser be coming on in a few minutes. So we're going to talk a little bit. He's going to be on for about 5 minutes. I mean, not 5 minutes, about 45 minutes. And then we're going to I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna get into it. So we're gonna have Rick Glaser on for about 45 minutes, and then we're gonna, really get into the show. So anybody got any questions you want to ask them, just let me know. Hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. The best way for me to really see your comment, leave a super chat. And because it'll highlight it for me and I'll be able to see it. Yeah, man, but it is what it is, man. Got a whole lot to talk about, boy. You got a whole lot to talk about. A whole lot of more to talk about. Shout out to my main man, Thug and D. Thug and D, Baltimore's finest in this BIH, man. Thug and D, man. Chin Smoke. Shout out to Marty King Boxing. Shout out to Little Green Eyes P. Julio Guzman, what's going on, fam? It is what it is. Shout out to my main man, Thomas Jones. Lisa Bales in the building. Shout out to my sister, Lisa. Shout out to Jaime Rivera. Shout out to Halim as well. Jaime Rivera. Al Money, always getting money. We're gonna let it get to about 100. Once we get to 100 done, once we do, we're gonna let YouTube send out the notifications, send out the notifications on the Chitlin circuit. Once we get to 100 done, then we're gonna get right into the show. Shout out to Eskamani. Shout out to my main man, Bruce Gas. Bruce Gas in the building. Yes, sir. Chin Smoke. It is what it is, man. We're gonna make it do what it do today. Today gonna be a good one, boy. But hey, boy, I forgot all about it. I was gonna have Rick on. Rick had to hit me up and tell me. Because, boy, I was really going to get into the show. So I'm going to have to wait after Rick get off for me to, you know what I mean? Because he's a talker. I'm a talker. I can't have him on when I'm cooking. When I'm cooking, I don't need no interruptions. Y'all know me. When the chef is in the kitchen, I don't need no interruptions. When the chef is in the kitchen. You know what I mean? For all of those who don't know, if you're new to my channel, just go to my YouTube page and look under. Matter of fact, I'm gonna drop it right here. Y'all go look through my videos, man. Look through my videos, man. Look through my you can look through my my playlist. See, can I drop a link on my playlist? Hold on. I'm gonna drop a link. Yeah, I'm gonna drop this here right quick, man. Look through my playlist, man. Look through my playlist. There you go, right there. Cause a lot of people must have forgot, like Rud Jones say, man. Y'all must have forgot. Just in case they forgot, man. Go ahead and look through my playlist, man. I do not play. I don't calm down a lot. Y'all go check it out. It's my playlist. That's my playlist. Y'all want to look through any of those videos? I got over 700 so far. So there you go. I just dropped it. We got over 100. Let's get into the show. Now, shocking. Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder says I had an opportunity to kill Fury. Am I lying? Am I making this up? You know me. If I say something, it is what it is. I'm probably one of the only channels on YouTube that don't use clickbait. I'm probably one of the only. I'm not the only one. There's others. But if I say something, I have the receipts. Shows proof, ? That Fury cheated? Let's see. We're still on this cheating stuff, huh? I see 2022, same shit, same toilet. Nothing has changed. True. And you guys know I'm not even crazy about Tyson Fury at all. I'm not the Tyson Fury. He's the greatest thing in the world fan. That's not me. I like him in the ring. He's a good guy out in the ring. Outside of the ring, I don't fuck with him at all. And I really don't fuck with his fan base too much. The Fury fans and Wilder fans are one and the same, pretty much. One group is white, the other group is black. One is a little bit more radical than the other one, but it's the same shit. So I'm just being honest. I don't have a dog in the fight. In a recent interview with Fight Hype, Deontay Wilder says he didn't call the authorities. A question was asked, and I said this last year. It's amazing because I said this last year. I said, look here, man. If Tyson Fury had metal in his gloves, egg weights, and I know what an egg weight is. They weigh like 1.5 pounds, something like that. If he had egg weights in his gloves, if he have egg weights in his gloves, and you could have got struck with that metal and gotten killed, why you didn't press charges on Tyson Fury? Why you didn't go to the authorities? Now, I asked questions that I already know the answer to. Right? His answer was very, very interesting. He brought the question up, and then he answered the question, and it didn't make any sense at all. But you know what? Hey, man, I'm going to let you guys hear it, and I'm going to sit back. I'm going to sit back, right? I'm going to let you guys hear it, and I'm going to sit back. Deontay Wilder says he did not call the authorities on Tyson Fury for cheating because he wanted another opportunity to get a shot at killing Fury in the ring and also get paid for it. I can't make this up. And as you know, I have the receipts. When asked by the interviewer, would he ever have a close relationship with Tyson Fury the way he has with King Kong Ortiz? Because him and King Kong Ortiz, they fought each other twice. He said he has a good relationship with him. I helped change that man's life. I helped him get paid, all this stuff there. Now, I got a whole lot to say about that, but that's going to be another time for another day. I help him get paid. I help take care of him and his family. This is what Wilder says, right? That's what he says. When they asked him, would he have a good relationship with Tyson Fury? And there's nothing wrong with that. Or if you don't want to have a good relationship with him, there's nothing wrong with that neither. This ain't no love or goddamn fair. I don't give a damn neither way. Would he have a relationship with Tyson Fury, a close relationship, the way he has with Luis Ortiz? Wilder simply stated no. He simply stated no. He said, because I don't like cheating. I don't like the cheating that Tyson Fury did. Now, as of today, Deontay Wilder has not shown any physical proof that Tyson Fury cheated him, right? As of today, Deontay Wilder has not shown any proof that Mark Breland, the black trainer, spiked his water. As of today, Wilder did confirm his costume was too heavy and it made his legs weak in the second fight that he had with Tyson Fury. Dees also said so as well. In the third fight, Wilder was forced to concede defeat, and he made no excuses. He didn't say he was cheated that time or none of that, right? We know how that happened. We got Rick Glaser coming on in a few. After Rick is going to be on for 45 minutes. He's going to be on from 3:15 to 4 o'clock. After that, I'm going to cook. You know me. We're going to listen to the interview so you guys can hear it for yourself. I don't make shit up and I don't use clickbait. If I say something, guess what? I got the proof to back it up. True. And then you guys can decide for yourself. Shout out to Jay Greens. He said that will Wilder ever come to the UK to fight UK fighters, or will he run? You know what though? That'd be a good idea. I always advise an American fighter, especially an American fighter that's popping, go to the UK and fight over there, because the fan base in the UK is totally, totally different from the American fan base. The American fan base is very, very, American boxing fans are very, very tribal, and everything is about race over here. Over here, everything is about race. So the very, very tribal is about race. You know, the UK, their fan base is a little different. You see what I'm saying? Like, they really, really love boxing. And, you know, they watch the women's fight. They watch the men fight. They watch the local fighters fight. Over here in America, it's different. It's different over here. You know, it's a big country, very, very tribalistic. No one really like boxing. The boxing fans are very, very toxic for the most part. Not all, but a good portion of them online on the internet. It's just a muck over here. See what I'm saying? Certain fighters don't get the backing of people who look like them. Certain fighters, people who look like them, tear each other down while trying to big up another guy you get what I'm saying? It's just a whole bunch of bullshit over here. Shout out to Don Juan. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy. Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy. Yes, sir. He said the ring IQ. Shout out to my brother Julius, man. I rock with Julius, man. And yourself are the only ones with no clickbait videos. Keep up the amazing work, coach. Woo! In my Booger Ray voice.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
PBC Central said, "You're not staying on code." You know when they tell me that, you know what I say? I say, "What's the code?" True. I said, "What's the code?" You're not staying on code. What's the code? Anyways, that's another story for another day. Right now we have my guest here, Rick Glaser, in the building. Let's give him a round of applause. Slick Rick, what's happening, man?
Just waiting on you.
All right, for sure, man. It is what it is, man. Let's get into the show. So now, I'm gonna go straight for it. Joshua Usyk. Well, I ain't gonna say Joshua. I'm not Joshua Usyk. I'm gonna say Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury been doing a lot of tweeting. I have all of the tweets online. I'm gonna let you know my position on Tyson Fury. I like Tyson Fury as a fighter inside of the ring. Outside of the ring, I don't think too much of him. He's a liar. I'm not crazy about Tyson Fury. Outside of the ring, inside of the ring, he's a bad boy. So all of the chatter that's going on with Tyson Fury, I need $500 billion. I'm retired. Oh, that's one. Then I need $500 billion if I'm going to come out of retirement to fight the winner of Usyk and Joshua. That's two. Then I'll fight the pumped up middleweight. Yada yada yada. That's three. Now it's okay. I'm going to offer Joshua a contract 60-40 on Twitter. He's negotiating on Twitter. That's something else. Oh, it has to be on this date, that date. I'm hearing all lot of shit. What say you about your main man Tyson Fury?
He says whatever he wants to say. One day he's retired, one day he's fighting for free, one day he's giving his money away to the homeless, all his money away to the homeless. Every day it's a new shtick. And he just I don't know, he just keeps his name out there every day, people talking about him, and that's how he does it. I mean, it's amazing. Fighters used to appear on talk shows on TV in America after they win a fight or right before they fight again, pumping up their fight. Now they take their daily, they go to social media and they put out a blast, and I'm fighting for free. I'm fighting for 500 million. I'm retired. I'm unretired. I'm giving up the lineal belt, the ring belt, but I'm going to fight for it again when I come back. I mean, you know what? He's got a great personality, but he's a little off the wall in some of his comments, most of his comments like that. He is a gracious winner, that I will tell you. We haven't seen if he's a gracious loser yet, but we do see how he is every day, and he does do whatever he's got to do to keep his name out there, which isn't good because he loses credibility that way. There's too much, I don't know, too much craziness to every statement. You know what I mean? If he says I'm going to donate 100,000 to the homeless or something like that, or, you can believe that, and that stuff's believable. Now I'm going to fight for free. I'm going to give all my money to the homeless. I mean, come on, please. Say things that are at least believable, on 500 million. 500 million, the whole fight will gross 150 million. Come on. He knows it. I mean, it's a joke. Fight for free. I mean, the list goes on and on. Retired, unretired. I mean, get out a yellow legal pad and have two pens in case the first one runs out of ink.
What do you think about what do you think about this deadline that he gave Anthony Joshua to make a decision to whether he's going to accept his date or not?
Listen,
what do you think about that?
A lot of people think it's bullshit that he doesn't even want to fight Anthony Joshua. He's just throwing it out there knowing Joshua can't compete. Joshua's got low confidence right now, coming off 2 losses. And he's lost 3 out of his last 5 fights total. Mm-hmm. And I think it's the right time to catch Anthony Joshua, especially after just coming off a fight that, he didn't look so good in. And the previous fight, he didn't look so good, not only losing, but took a lot of punches. So the timing is right for the fight for Fury, not for Joshua. So if they take it, they take it. That's how he looks at it. And he'll take it if they take it. That's just the way it looks. That's the way I'm looking at it.
Right. I'm where, okay, once I see contract signed and stuff like that, then I believe it. All of the other stuff that's, talking in the background. You've been in the business a long time, and we know that businesses in boxing, fights get made behind the scenes, and the promoters got to get together, and the different teams. I've never, the Twitter thing, I've never seen, whether it's any fighter, doesn't matter who it is, business getting conducted in front of the fans, like, on Twitter and stuff like that. So
No, yeah, I listen. I agree. I had a manager call me the other day, and he says, I'm gonna have my fighter call out such and such on social media. I says, if you do that, you won't get the fight for sure. Keep your mouth shut. Call the promoter up. Call the promoter up and tell him that you're interested in the fight. You're gonna have to talk to your fighter about it, but I'm not gonna come bring my fighter unless you show interest. That's how you start negotiations. Okay.
What do you think about? You saw the fights this past weekend with Luis Ortiz and Andy Ruiz.
No, let me declare, I didn't see the fight live. I didn't pay for it. I saw it after the fact.
Yeah, I didn't see
on
it
a
live.
replay.
I didn't even go live. Yeah. Yeah. What say you? This tournament, check this out. What do you think about this tournament that the WBC has? You have the WBC has a list of top 10, top 15 fighters in WBC. The 4 fighters who are part of the WBC title eliminator just so happen to be PBC fighters. Is that a coincidence in your opinion?
No, not at all. Because they're the easiest fights to make. There's no procrastination. And that's normal business in boxing. They take the organizations a lot of times take the path of least resistance. And this is a typical case of that.
Yeah, this guy says Marshall Shields fight canceled. That's what I heard. I don't know how true it is. That's what
But
I
of
heard.
course it's going to be canceled.
Yeah.
No, he's asking this. He's asking.
Yeah,
of course it's going to be. It's going to be postponed. The earliest they'll do it is Sunday. I think they have to have a 48-hour shutdown. The earliest to do is Sunday, but I could see it happening I could see it happening possibly next Saturday. Not this Saturday, next Saturday. Now I'm thinking. I don't know. I'm just guessing. Educated guess. Could it happen Sunday? Yeah, but it's NFL football in America, so I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah, Halim, I know he sent the contract to. I don't give a damn about none of that shit. When it happens, it happens. I know your position, Halim. I know your position, but yeah, I don't, all that shit don't mean nothing to me. When it's dealing with your boy Fury, I have to see contracts, and I have to physically see him in the ring for me to know something's going to happen. All this other stuff, the back and forth doesn't, just with him for me.
To me, a signed contract would be good enough that the fight's going to happen, because at that level, you don't just sign a contract. It's got to be serious, because you're renting you're not renting an arena, you're renting a stadium. Number one. Number two is, as soon as something like that rolls into effect, you've got to spend approximately $1 million to $1.5 million in training expenses, renting the arena, advertising, marketing, everything. You're spending $1 million to $1.5 million right off the bat.
Right.
So I don't think that Tyson Fury will put Frank Warren and Bob Arum's money in harm's way.
So right now, yeah, because Fury has 2 promoters, right? Bob Arum and Frank Warren.
Yes.
So how do they? We're gonna get into the Wilder questions next, but how do they how does that work? How does that work, Rick? Because Bob just handles when Fury fights in the U.S. and Frank handles. How does that work?
Bob, he is the promoter in the U.S., but he is involved in the fights no matter where they are. Frank and Bob have a great relationship, and let's put it this way to you. I greatly respect both guys. I've done business with both, and I have a satisfactory relationship with both guys, and they know how to make a deal. Those guys are the ultimate deal makers, because they get the job done, but they don't pay ridiculous money to get the job done. They pay fair market value. Eddie Hearn to make a fight, he just throws money away. So Eddie Hearn gave a $250,000 purse to a fighter, and the fighter said no. The manager said no, I want 400, and all of a sudden Eddie's paying 400, and everybody bothered to negotiate. So There's your answer right there. So they know how to do business. They're old school. Between the two of them, they've got almost 100 years of boxing experience. So that goes back to Bob Arum having 56 years, and that goes back to Frank Warren having 42 years. So that's what 98 years of experience between them. So they have an excellent relationship, and they will get the job done.
All right. Yeah, yeah, I know you got a good relationship with Bob Arum and Frank Warren and all that stuff there. As it relates to this tournament that's going on with the PBC, well, with not PBC, the WBC, the four PBC fighters.
Well, you may have said that right. That was a Freudian slip. You may have said that right.
Yeah, so Ruiz is waiting on the winner of Wilder and Helenius. Now, from what I'm seeing, they have it set up for Wilder to fight for the title again. This is the way I'm looking at it. Now, of course,
100%.
Of course, he has to get in the ring and win, but we don't know exactly. Just like with Joshua coming off 2 back-to-back losses, you know what I mean? And
there's a better shot. There's a much better shot that Wilder shot, but much better chance because of the 19 rounds of beatdowns, and the last one being a face plant. 2 stoppages, the last one being a face plant, and he took a hellacious beating. Now, somebody brought to my attention, he said, well, Tyson Fury didn't win every round in those last 2 fights. He knocked him down. Okay, but that doesn't mean that Wilder didn't sustain punishment in those rounds. So it's still 19 rounds of torture. It was what it was. Right. So I don't know what he's got left. Helenius I'm not saying Helenius will win, but if Wilder is a shell of his old self, Helenius has a prayer. And who knows if he gets. Andy Ruiz has got a great chin, good recuperative powers. He's compact. He punches well. Who knows if he gets past him? They're risky fights.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking. Like, okay, he's coming off of 2 back-to-back losses. We don't know what his punch resistance is like. We know that what I do know from what I've observed personally from the Fury fights, Deontay Wilder's sweet spot seems to be on the left side of his head, on the ear or behind the ear. That the right hand, that was the kill shot that knocked his equilibrium out. We did see that he gassed out in both the last 2 fights he fought with Fury. I don't know if it was he has a serious stamina issue. I don't know if he had a panic attack or whatever. But whatever it is, there's some concerns there. So
the lack of stamina is caused by multiple reasons adding up to that. They are the body shots, the head shots, the anxiety of a big fight, using up nervous energy, are all reasons. Another thing is he probably wasn't what he was in the first fight. He left a lot of himself in the fight in the second, and he probably doesn't have the legs to carry him, and he's going to have that much legs to carry him this time.
Yeah. So I'm anxious to see what is he going to look like coming off of 2 devastating losses. What I do, not only losses but knockouts. Like I thought he was dead, and I'm being funny. I'm not being funny. I have a fight party that I did. I just pulled up the video not too long ago. My reaction when I watched that fight live, and just the way he fell face first. And I saw it was like a 6-7 punch combination.
Well, Wilder said he wanted a body on his record, but he didn't know it could have been his own.
Yeah, it was almost his own. And I felt bad for his wife because I saw her out there crying, and it was like, damn, you know what I mean? So I'm just anxious to see. Now, I think that, Robert Helenius is, from a stylistic standpoint, I'm not impressed with Robert Helenius. Not going to say a lot of you, Rick.
You shouldn't be.
This is Deontay Wilder's sparring partner. They're really good friends. So I see this as a layup fight for him. He'll probably get him out of there in 3 rounds. Now, I could be wrong. Maybe Robert Helenius might say, hey, listen, man, I'm coming to win this fight. You know, but
That's the famous line. That was then. This is now.
you see what I'm saying? So I don't, you know, I don't know what his mindset is going to be like going in there with Wilder. With Helenius, I'm not impressed with his defense. That's the thing. When his defense is, you know, Wilder going to, you know, throw the right hand. He's going to throw the two-piece, shoot the jab. He's going to line it up. And I just think he's going to be there to be hit. If it goes past maybe 4 or 5 rounds, you know, now it's going to get interesting for me, but we'll see. We'll see. What do you think?
Anything can happen in a fight like that because we don't know what Wilder's got left. We don't know how hard Helenius is going to take the fight because they're a little bit friendly. There's pictures of them together smiling like they're long lost lovers. So who knows? You don't know. There's so many unanswered questions about Wilder right now. You know, punch resistance is one thing, but does he have the reflexes? Does he have the gumption? Who knows who knows? He got the snot beat out of him.
Right.
I mean, that was some serious shit there.
Yeah,
so
I mean
we don't know.
That is true. So this is the thing that gets me, Rick. According to what I've been reading, WBC stuff like that, right? Whoever wins this tournament or title eliminator, WBC eliminator, there's a possibility that if Wilder beats Robert Helenius, and a lot of his fans feel like that he will, and a lot of his fans feel like that he will beat Andy Ruiz, assuming that is so, and let's assume that Tyson Fury still has the belt. Let's say he fights Joshua, beats him, or fights Usyk. It doesn't matter. Whoever he fights, let's say he still has the belt when it's all said and done, right? There's a possibility, the way it is set up, that Wilder and Fury can have a 4th match. What do you think about that?
If I was Wilder's handlers, I'd have him hide under the bed. That's just the way it is. I don't think he'll beat him. I think that when he hits Fury went down 4 times in the first 3 fights, and 2 in the first fight and twice in the third fight, and he keeps getting up. Yeah. So obviously he's got a great chin and great recuperative powers. So that's true. He's got the ring. I have said it all along. The ring IQ difference between Fury and Wilder is staggering. It's like the biggest I've ever seen of 2 fighters that were undefeated, you know, and champions and all that. I've never seen a disparity of ring IQ difference. It was scary, and it's not going to get any better for Wilder. He just doesn't have a high ring IQ.
How much you think he may have in the gas tank? He's 36 years old. He's older now, coming off of 2 devastating knockout losses.
Well, we're gonna see. We're gonna see when he fights Helenius next month. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't think he'd have a lot left in the tank, but we'll see. If he does, it won't be a miracle, but it'll be miraculous. Let's put it that way to you.
So this is the thing too, and I just thought about this talking to you right now. If Wilder gets by this Helenius and then what's my main man name? Andy Ruiz. Yeah. I don't believe that Al Heyman and Shelly Finkel will allow him to fight anyone off the outside of the PBC island anymore. I am of the opinion that Tyson Fury was a cherry pick that went wrong, and you're right. I think Wilder's pride did not allow him to say, you know what, man, I don't want to fight him the second time. I want to fight him again the second. His pride wanted him to try to prove something. I look at everything that led up to the second match.
No, actually, let me stop you. Mm-hmm. They were contracted automatically for the first rematch. They were not contracted automatically for the third fight.
So what was the arbitration about for the third fight?
No, the third fight was a bout agreement. In that bout agreement, when they started out from the first fight, okay, the contract for the first fight had a rematch clause. That second bout, they made a deal for a third fight. You understand what I'm saying? But it wasn't from the beginning.
I got you.
There was a 1-fight rematch, but when they did when they were going to do the second fight, they said, okay, we'll fight another time. Okay, that's what part of the deal. Okay.
Okay, I got you. So things have changed now. Let's say Wilder gets by the two guys he need to get by, right? And he becomes the mandatory for the WBC for Tyson Fury. The game has changed because now Tyson Fury has the belt. He would have to go, Wilder would have to go to the UK to fight Fury.
Well, it would go to purse bids, probably may go to purse bids, and Mike Fury might come up. It doesn't matter where the fight is. We saw it was here in America 3 times. He got robbed the first fight, the second 2 times. Wilder ended up getting knocked out. They're in 2 different hemispheres. One guy is super big, super jab with an unbelievable ring IQ that comes back with beautiful right hands, throws body, punches well. He's more of a complete fighter. Wilder is what I've said all along: a hard punching, wild swinging, mental midget in the ring. That's what he is.
So you think Wilder got robbed the first fight?
Oh yeah, clearly. So does everybody. So does everybody in boxing.
Rick says so to everybody in boxing. Hold on. Tyson Fury fans will totally disagree with that. So I don't, they're going to agree with that, but it's going to be a Wilder fans going to be like, you see, Rick Glaser even admitted that Wilder got robbed. Hey Rick, you don't know. You don't know what you just started when you said that. So all right, so the next 2 knockouts, Wilder got knocked out. So do you think that Shelly Finkel would allow him to fight this? Because Wilder said in a recent interview that he would be willing to fight Fury again. Interview with
I don't know, but it seems like Wilder is in control of those guys rather than those guys being in control of Wilder.
You're right about that, because what I notice is when it comes to the PBC fighters, it's I got to talk to Al, and whether it's Spence or whoever, we got to talk to Al. Wilder doesn't say that. Wilder's like, look, this is who I want to fight next. He seems like out of everybody on the PBC, he's that one guy that really dictates what he wants to do. What say you?
100%. Not even a question about that. I mean, he's definitely the guy. He's the way he's driving the wagon ain't driving him.
So I'm not gonna lie, that's what I respect about Wilder. I say, you know what, he's not we got to call Al and see what Al say. That's what I do respect about Wilder. Now,
those guys that say that, they're Hamanites. They're part of that the cult. Mm-hmm. If I'm ever going to say something good about Wilder, it's that he's a great puncher, and I don't think he's a true member of the cult. I don't think he's drinking the Kool-Aid.
What is your issue with the PBC? A lot of people say that Rick don't like the PBC. The stuff that they say.
How can you like it? They blocked fights. Fights take too long to make. He doesn't. He talks about the not heat payment, but they talk about this. All these great fights. Where are they? They can't get any of the top fighters to fight one another. I mean, it's just a farce. To be honest with you. I mean, if you're going to have all these fighters under contract, make real fights, not phony fights. When's Tank Davis going to fight somebody real? Isaac Cruz only turned out to be a real fight. They didn't think so going in. There's your answer. Who's he fought? A bunch of nobodies.
People will say you're a PBC hater. They say that.
Wait, hold on. I hate what PBC's done to boxing. I'm a boxing purist. I'm a boxing lifer. They've done nothing to help the game. They were talking about free fights. When they were talking about free fights, they says, "Oh, this is going to be great for boxing." Al Heyman didn't do anything for free. He blew up somebody else's money. If you go to the SEC filings, you'll see he owes $900-some million to Wydell Reed.
They got bought out. They got bought out by Macquarie.
I know. Out of Australia. Listen. You're a sharp motherfucker there, Coach. But I'm on top of shit.
Yeah. So what happens to the investors? Like Al Heyman owes all his money to this what his hedge fund, right?
You're asking me what they're going to press in court and what they're not. I know at one time he held off. Wido Reed with a promise of profits, and they decided to hold off the lawsuit for 18 months. Still haven't sued, but they were bought out in the meantime. So I don't know what the status is. I don't know what it's going to be. But what have they done? What have they done that's good? Nothing.
Well, we got Jamel Charlo is undisputed. He fought Castano. That was an in-house fight, but
yeah, but
we got that. Tank Davis beat
that's
Roland Romero. He fought
That's
Roland
all
Romero.
What's that?
Tank Davis fought Roland Romero.
Please, he's a glorified club fighter. Come on, first time he got hit, he went out on his ass. Okay, just takes very very lethargic with his punch. Very, he doesn't throw a lot of punches, but when he did, he landed. He knocked him out. I mean, they're not fighting anybody. Well, do you see anybody? You see Tank or Floyd or Leonard calling out Devin Haney? Any of those guys? Come on.
What they've been fighting? They've been fighting on Twitter. They've been fighting on Twitter.
Yeah. That's as far as they go.
So what role is Stephen Espinosa have with the PBC? It seemed like they seem like they one big happy family, and nothing goes down without Stephen. What do you know about PBC?
Well, the best way to put it is, Heyman's the organ grinder, and they all listen to him. And if Espinosa once in a while, if he doesn't like something, he'll put his foot down. Right now, they're not getting along too well because of some decisions that were made. Certain fights went to Fox that he wanted, one of the pay-per-views. I don't know. It's just they're all over the board. One day they're best friends, and one day they're not getting along. Then 2 months later they make up. So we'll see. But I will say that the only people that get on, the only guy that gets on championship boxing on Showtime is Boots Ennis, without being involved with Heyman or the PBC.
Yeah, and he's going to have to fight the PBC fighters, right? For the most part.
He is. Yeah, he already started to. He's already been fighting them.
This and I don't even want to bring this up, but Terrence Crawford was on the wrong side of the street. And let me finish this. Terrence Crawford was signed to the wrong promotional company.
That's not true. That's not true. He was assigned to the right promotional company, just a different one.
Right. No, you're not letting me finish. You cut me off.
Okay.
Terrence Crawford was signed to the wrong promotional company. Bob Arum was blocking the fight. Terrence Crawford fights on ESPN. The other fighter fights on Fox and Showtime. Once Terrence Crawford leaves, Terrence Crawford had a slave contract. I looked up his net worth. There's nothing slave about his contract. Terrence Crawford, once he leaves and come to the PBC, the fight with him and Errol Spence will be made in 5 minutes. Is there a reason why now that Terrence Crawford is not with Bob Arum, not with Top Rank, not on the wrong side of the street? He's a free agent. He comes to the PBC, knocking on their door, and still it's going to be a year since he had his last fight. Is there a reason why this fight with Spence and Crawford hasn't been made yet? Is PBC involved?
Yeah, because
is it Stephen Espinosa?
Spence wants it and Heyman doesn't. And Heyman's trying not to make the fight because all his people around him have told him, "Hey, Crawford's probably going to win this fight. This is not a great idea." And Spence's ego is telling him he wants to fight, so he's acting like he's trying to make the fight when in reality he's lowballing Crawford, and he's going to make Crawford. When the fight doesn't happen, they're going to make Crawford look like the bad guy. Crawford got $6 million to fight Porter. Okay. Based on that, he should be getting 12 to 12.5 million minimum to fight Spence. They're not offering him any more than that, but they're offering him a quote piece of the upside. There is no upside. Crawford knows it.
Yeah.
There's never any upside with PBC. It's all bullshit.
I saw an article. That was written in 2014 from Stephen Espinosa, and he talked about how they're not going to show the pay-per-view numbers anymore because there was some discrepancies about Floyd Mayweather. And
that was me.
That was
That
you.
was me.
Yeah, I know.
That was
I'm going there. I'm going there. So I pulled the article up and I told everybody on my show, I say the discrepancies that Stephen Espinosa is talking about is with Rick Glaser, because he put out a number, but then you put out the real number, right? And for years, people have always took what you said, what pay-per-view numbers were, but all of a sudden now it's, I'm hearing all types of stuff, you can't trust what Rick numbers are. But what we do know is Showtime doesn't release pay-per-view numbers now anymore. So a lot of these numbers that we have been hearing about, with Tank Davis is doing 300,000, or Errol Spence is doing 360, and this and that, is that propaganda?
absolutely 100% fake. Not even a question.
So how does it work?
Let me explain about the Stephen Espinosa thing going back to 2014. I don't have the figures in front of me anymore because that was 8 years ago. And I went through horrible cancer. I almost passed away. I had cancer for 32 months, was on my deathbed for 65 days. So I don't have great recollection of the exact numbers, but I will tell you the general gist of the whole thing. I believe it was the Andre Berto fight. I'm almost positive it was.
Yeah. And
he put out some ridiculous number. So what I said was in several tweets, I announced to the world that that's a lie. Those are lying numbers. I gave what the number actually was, and he knew right then and there that I obviously, when he saw my number, that I had the facts. So he folded up his pop tet. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened was that I announced to Steven, I said, Steven, you're a corporate executive for Showtime. They're a publicly traded company. If you lie by 20% or more, what these figures are, I says, you're violating corporate laws concerning SEC and all that kind of stuff, because they're a publicly traded company. And he's a lawyer, and I'm telling him this. Well, then they stopped putting out the pay-per-view numbers. I had him by the balls. He knew I knew because I had the exact right number. So he folded up the pop tent. And that's one of the reasons. Then shortly thereafter, within days, I got hacked into, and I didn't go back on Twitter for 5 more years that I opened up a new account. So there's all the proof in the pudding. I'm not saying that Stephen Espinosa hacked into me, but somebody associated with somebody in power there between Espinosa, Heyman, that whole crew, Mayweather, somebody hacked into me. It just didn't happen by accident.
So so this rumor or stuff that people, I had this guy call me the other day and he said he's had issues with you on Twitter and stuff like that. And you have addressed this yourself on multiple occasions. You have a certain segment of people online, they feel that you are a racist. Where does that come from?
I have no idea. I mean, I have had no racism history in my entire life. First of all, people say, well, I'm married to a black woman. Well, people say just because you're racist doesn't mean you can't be married to a black woman. I said, listen, if I was racist, I wouldn't bother to even meet my wife, let alone get married to her. That's number one. Don King has been like a father to me forever. Okay, number two, and last time I looked, he was black. My best man at my wedding was black the last time I looked. The fine gentleman who I went out with yesterday for lunch, I took the lunch yesterday, was black. My attorney till he passed away was black. I mean, he was still black when he passed away, but he was my attorney till he passed away. He was a black man. I have no history of racism whatsoever. Okay, and it's a ridiculous statement. And they say, "Well, you don't like black fighters. You're always putting down black fighters." I said, "No, not at all. I put down whatever's in front of me that makes what they're saying makes no sense." And if more Hispanic fighters, if I spoke Spanish or more Hispanic fighters spoke English, I would do the same to Hispanic fighters, white fighters. It doesn't matter who it is. And it's a fallacy in their minds only. Okay, Shakur Stevenson and Terrence Crawford are the 2 best fighters in the world right now. What are they? Black. Who's the 3rd best fighter in the world right now? A Japanese guy. Okay, Inouye. Okay, and this is the way I look at it. I'm not about black and white. It's a fallacy. It's a false rumor and a fallacy about people because I'm an older white guy, and a lot of older white guys are racist. Okay, but okay, at the same time is I've been around black people my whole life, okay, as an adult, okay, not as a child, but as an adult. I've been around black people my whole life. I've employed black people when I was in the automobile business. I employed couple black people, and I didn't employ them because they were black. But I surely didn't say, oh, you can't have the job because you're black. That's I hired them like I would anybody else.
I know. I haven't. I mean, I know.
Let
When
me
it's
ask you a question. Let me ask you
go
a question.
ahead.
When I first came upon you, I contacted you and said what to you? Tell me what I said to you.
I forgot. You
I
said-
I will
I
do
forgot.
I will do everything I can to facilitate
Yeah,
your
yeah.
show.
Yep, the show.
Your
Yeah, you did say
show,
that. Yeah,
whether it's a guest, introducing you to
yeah,
people,
yeah.
whatever I got to do to help you,
Yeah,
I'm
you
going to
said that.
do.
Yeah, you said that,
Okay.
and you said that you said that you kept your word. You said if you want to get free Ray Ricky Ross on there, I get him on the show,
Yeah,
and
there's
you
another
did get him on the show.
and Rick Ross is a dear friend of mine
Yeah,
and a client of mine. So I
yeah,
mean, he's a black man. The last time I looked, I mean,
yeah, yeah.
it's crazy.
Well,
It really is a stupid rumor, and it's completely unfounded. It's a funny thing. My wife sees the stuff on Twitter. I show it to her, and she just shakes her head. And she said, "You can't do anything about what other people think. That's how they are. How they are. So what are
yeah,
you gonna do?"
yeah. I mean, I know I know where this comes from. I know the community that puts it out there. Again, as I said before, I don't have any issues with you. I never heard anything, whatever. But I do know the community where this comes from,
I'll leave it
and I know
like
what it
this
is.
with you.
Yeah, I know what's coming from.
Okay, if I lived in your area where you live, we'd be going to lunch once a week, and I'd be sticking my hand in my pocket I happily do it every time. So there's part of your answer right there.
As it relates to Don King, we know Don
Yep.
King had a situation where Daniel Dubois didn't get paid on
Hmm.
time, but as of now, Don King have taken care of that. Is
Hmm.
that the norm for fighters sometime after they fight not to get paid?
No,
Or
no,
delayed.
no. It was Don. Don had a problem with Frank Warren going back to 1997. I heard,
Mm,
and Don's mind was unresolved, even though that Frank didn't know there was an issue. And then Frank, Don brought it out by this and made everybody aware of it in Don's mind, and he got paid and it's gone. Dubois is a client of mine. Team Dubois is a client of mine. I supply him with quality supplemental services.
mhm.
And I'm the manager is a friend of mine and a client, of course. And I was staying out of the whole thing. I told both sides it's ugly. I told Don to settle this fucking thing,
Mhm.
and he did. I'm not saying Don listened to me. I'm not insinuating that at all, but he did settle it, and it's behind everybody now. And thankfully, because it was wrong on Don's part. You can't blame the fighter for what happened between him and Frank Warren. If Frank Warren owed him 200,000 like Don claims, then he should have paid Dubois money and taken the 200,000 off the top, and then fought. And then Frank and Don could have argued about that. You don't hold up Dubois money, okay?
Mhm.
That you don't do.
So
Uncalled for.
yeah. So Don still kicking it, man. You and Don still talk?
Oh yeah, yeah. I haven't talked to him in I don't know, maybe 6 weeks now, but that's just the way it goes sometimes with us. There's no problem between us presently now.
Is
But
it?
something when if he calls me or I call him, we talk and I bounce ideas. Like he bounces ideas off me sometimes. Sometimes he doesn't. Sometimes he just calls and say hello. He's always asking about my wife because my wife reminds him a lot of his wife who's passed away now. She passed away, I believe, in 2011,
Yeah.
Henrietta,
Yeah.
and my wife and Henrietta look very similar to one another, and they have the same dynamic personality. So you know,
And man, I would love. Hey, man, listen, man. Is Don still doing interviews, or he don't really do interviews anymore?
not really. He does occasionally, but not like he does. But The problem with Don is you can't count on him to do it because, he's getting pulled here and pulled there. He's still Don King, and he's got too many public commitments. And then he tells you he'll be on his show, and he forgot he told somebody else something else. It's a headache. Let's put it that way to you.
What's your relationship with Bob Arum?
It's good. I have no problem with Bob. Bob and I get along great. Zero. There's been always zero negativity. One year, many, many years ago, I had a little problem getting paid at Top Rank because of a situation and unknown to me. And Bob called up the controller and says, "Pay Rick Glaser before. Okay, send him a check before you go home today." So Bob straightened it out in 1 minute. And I have a great relationship with Bob. There's zero negativity. Classy guy. I got no problem with him. None at all. Zero.
Is there a reason why certain fighters, I'm not going to say any names or companies, but just certain fighters, why certain fighters only fight once a year or once every 14 to 15 months, and you see other fighters fighting more on a regular basis? Is there
are you talking about that's to do with certain organizations? That's not to do with certain promotional organizations. That has nothing to do with sometimes a particular fighter. Sometimes it does. Okay, so I'll give you an example. So let's say a guy like Crawford was fighting twice a year for Top Rank. If he wanted to fight 3 times a year, let's say he was getting average of $5 million a fight. Let's just use that figure. Cool. Okay. And he says, "Listen, I want to fight 3 times a year, but I'll take $4 million a fight." He'd probably be able to fight 3 times a year, something like that. You understand what I'm saying? So some of these guys are so overpriced, like Gary Russell Jr. He was so overpriced at $1.5 million and $2 million a fight. If he would have said, "Hey, Al, I want to fight. I don't want to fight once a year. I want to fight 4 times a year." But here's the state. I want to tell everybody what everybody needs to know. Okay. And about Al Heyman. Okay. And I'm going to only say this now because of the fact that Gary Russell Sr. died. And if he was here, I wouldn't say it. Okay. But I'm going to tell you what he said. He told me that Al Heyman, when he complained early on that his kid was only fighting once a year, once he was champ, he said, "We want to fight twice a year, at least twice a year." He says, "Why would you want?" Al Heyman told Gary Russell Sr., "Why would you want to do that?" He says, "You've got twice as much chance to lose your title."
Oh, that's
all
what
you need to know.
That's what Al Heyman told him?
That's what Al Heyman told him.
Who told you that?
Gary Russell Sr.
Oh, Gary Russell Sr. told you that. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, RIP to Gary Russell Sr. So basically their business model, is it with certain fighters, or because I see Pitbull Cruz he don't fought 3 times this year?
Who?
No, twice
Cruz?
this year. He fought Cruz, yeah.
Yeah, but he fights for peanuts, not getting millions.
Yeah, he does fight for peanuts. Yeah,
it's apples and oranges.
Yeah, that is true.
And he's a Mexican, and Mexicans draw eyeballs.
Is he signed to Manny Pacquiao, right? Or who is he signed to that you know of?
I don't know.
I've heard,
but
that
he's involved with PBC. Whether he signed to Pacquiao or not, he's involved with PBC.
So Pitbull Cruz is getting peanuts. Do you think that? And I'm asking.
Wait. Let me clarify that. Peanuts compared to the millions of the fighters we're talking about. Maybe he's getting 250.
Getting 250.
He's getting millions.
Yeah. That is peanut. That is $250,000.
Maybe he's getting 300,000, but he's not getting a lot of money.
No, he's not getting a lot of money. So someone like him, he's economically feasible to put on the fight schedule to fight 3 times a year or 4 times a year because you're not paying him that much money anyways.
Right. Well, they're trying to build him up and give him credibility to go fight Tank Davis again is what they're trying to do.
Right. So who do you think Tank Davis will be fighting in December?
I don't know. I have no idea. I would think Cruz again, but who knows? I really don't know.
Yeah, I was thinking Cruz, but then I'm like, I'm having second thoughts about that now. Edwin says, ask Rick. Edwin,
$2? Edwin, I don't even answer questions for less than 5.
You want to answer that question, Rick?
Ask you about Team Benavides capping and quacking.
Yeah, he's talking about Team Benavides. I don't know what's going on with Benavides.
I guess he's moving up to 175. His dominance, he won't be able to beat the top guys at 175. Unless he was so weight drained at 68 that for health reasons he's moving up. I don't know that, but he missed the weight for one fight and he lost his title, so he's probably having trouble making the weight, so that's why he moved up. I don't think he's looking for the bigger competition. I think that it's because of the fact that he probably can't make the weight safely anymore.
Yeah, David Benavidez, that's your feel on him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this is the thing. I get exactly what you're saying, because now I'm seeing certain fighters like Jamel Charlo, one of my favorite fighters. Very emotional guy. He's funny. He's very emotional. I don't agree with everything he says.
You're talking about Jamel, there's 154?
Yeah, 154.
Well, there's an example. It's one of my favorite fighters. What, the 160 brother? I can't stomach. I'd rather vomit than look at him.
He don't want no smoke.
He's a gutless pig.
Jamel Charlo is fighting in January. Is there a reason? So basically, PBC, they have their fighters fight on Fox and Showtime. How does that work when promotional companies, or PBC is an advisory company, try to get fight dates? I hear Keith Thurman complaining about he can't get a fight date. I hear what's her name? Adrian Broner say the same thing.
Because he's overpriced. He'll fight another year after he fought because he's overpriced. If he fought for less, he would fight more often. They don't get it.
They don't want to fight for less, so that's the reason why they're sitting on pretty much on the shelf.
Right.
So are you of the opinion that the PBC can't afford to pay these guys? This is why they have like back end, what they call back end. Explain the back end. Yes, that's it, Rick. Explain the back end, because you hear a lot of these YouTube channels and their subscribers are saying that, hey man, you know.
The only time there's back end money is if it's a pay-per-view and the guarantees are so low they can do it. But the guarantees are high, they can't do it, and there's no back end money. It's all fake. Right. So if let's just say Spence's guarantee is $3 or $4 million, then there's back end money. There was no back end money no matter what. The last show it bombed with Ugas. But you know, there is no back end money. Very rarely that there is, and that's why Crawford's hesitant about doing this back end money, because he knows there's no back end money. It's all bullshit.
Right, because
that's why he wants a guarantee of good money, because he knows there's no back end.
Right, these fighters are not selling what on pay-per-views what was the information that's been put out there. So
I was on one of the shows. I asked how many LBBCs are buying it. They're all stealing it. There's your typical example. Let me tell you who buys pay-per-view. You ready?
Oh.
A general sports fan that wants to buy it. Everybody that's a boxing fan following a fighter that fights on pay-per-view is stealing the feed. And that's the truth.
Yeah, they are streaming them. My family members and friends, they stream fights. They don't pay for pay-per-views. I'm just being honest with you.
Yeah.
So Tim Smith, what do you think about Tim Smith for the PBC?
He's I call him the ultimate spin master.
Why do you say
that? Because he is. So he's Heyman's media lackey is what he is. The statements aren't coming from him; they're coming from Heyman, because Heyman doesn't talk to the press. So whatever comes out of Tim Smith's mouth is what Heyman said.
Mr. Calderon, he says, any clue how many pay-per-views Ortiz and Ruiz did?
No, I haven't heard anything yet. It's low, believe me. I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody that bought it.
Well, do you remember the numbers? I think I remember what you said. Do you remember the numbers that Ortiz and Charles Martin did?
I had 26,000, was it?
Yeah. They didn't release the numbers. What about Keith Thurman and Mario Barrios?
I don't remember. I don't remember all of them. You know, listen.
I thought it was like 40-some thousand.
I believe it was, but I don't remember the exact. You know, that's what it was about, but I don't remember the exact number. No.
Well, I mean, I guess that's the reason why. Hold on. I guess that's the reason why they don't release the numbers anymore. So when information
the reason they don't release numbers because they know I got the real ones.
Yeah, they know you got the real ones. When information gets leaked. Let's say Michael Benson puts out a tweet, sources, according to sources,
Or Mike Coppinger, yeah.
Or Mike Coppinger puts out a tweet. According to sources, Spence Ugas did 375,000 pay-per-view buys. Where do they get that information from? I'm not saying from a particular standpoint.
It gets floated to the press. It gets floated to the press by two people, Tim Smith and Leonard Ellerby. They float it to the press. They don't announce it officially. Oh, I'm going to tell you what it is. Don't tell anybody that I gave it to you. And then they give them a fake number like it's the real number. It's so phony. It's so phony. I mean, I see these guys coming with bells on. It's 4 o'clock already. Wow.
Yeah. Hey, Leonard. Yeah, well, I gotta let you go. I'm gonna ask you one more question. Leonard Ellerby says there's only 200,000 boxing fans. He said he know this for a fact. He know the numbers. There's only like 200,000 like core boxing fans. The only way to grow the sport, you got to think outside the box. Do you agree with that assessment? There's only 200,000 that he said that actually pay, that actually buy fights. That's what he said. I have the video.
I don't think it's a lot more than that, but my estimation would be between 300,000 and 400,000 people. For starters. The problem is so many people fake stream them, steal the feed. And that's just what reality is. I don't think there's anything wrong with it if that's how they want to conduct their lives. I don't do it. What do you think it would be right for me to be in the business, make money from this business every day, and then steal the pay-per-view? No, I would never do that. But I'm also not a hypocrite where if I say I'm not going to buy a pay-per-view because it's not pay-per-view quality, then I don't go out and buy it. I'll sit it out. I'll watch it on replay or something later on, or if somebody sends it to me, fine. But I don't tell people not to pay for it, and then I pay for it. That doesn't happen. Okay, I'm a man of my word.
And from your experience, you've seen
I think you meant to say experiences.
Yeah, experiences. Yeah, from your experiences, from what you've been in boxing a long time.
31 years.
31 years. So from back then to now, what is the in your opinion, what motivates the boxing fan to want to actually pay for a fight?
They've got to have name recognition on both sides, and they've got to believe either guy can win the fight, has a great shot to win the fight. 8 and 10 to 12 1 underdogs are not pay-per-view. When a fight is 2-1, 3-1, and let's say 4-1 and less, that's pay-per-view. Okay, if both big names on both sides, guys are coming off compelling wins, that's pay-per-view. Now, Wilder Ortiz is definitely, assuming Wilder beats Helenius, that's definitely pay-per-view. Both guys will be coming off compelling wins, and both guys can win the fight, and it's a meaningful, purposeful fight. That's pay-per-view. Okay, Helenius and Wilder is not pay-per-view. A guy coming off of 2 knockout losses in a row is not pay-per-view.
So when Tim Smith says that Terrence Crawford, economics is the reason why this fight won't happen with Errol Spence, because Terrence Crawford, he hasn't been built into a pay-per-view star. I've heard the goalpost move 20 times. So this is where they're at now. He's not a star. This fight won't happen.
Let me answer this question for you. You ready? Before you even answer it, I'm going to tell you something right now. And it won't happen. You'll see what I'm saying. Of course it won't. But if you ask Earl Spence and Heyman, how much do you guys want for the fight, period? And they'll say whatever the figure is. Okay, and Terrence Crawford said that to them. And Terrence Crawford says, no problem. I'll give you that. I'm promoting the fight. Okay, and I'll make my own money through the promotion of the fight. They wouldn't let him promote the fight, would they? Thank you. Think about that.
Yeah. So, but I'm lost. So I'm trying to see where you're going at with it.
Because it's about control for Heyman.
Okay, it's about control.
He doesn't want to admit. He doesn't want to admit that Tim Smith went out and said that. But that fight's economically viable. Okay, no matter what Crawford has said he wants, Heyman doesn't want to do the fight is my point. So if if Crawford and his teams, Team Crawford, let's call it Team Crawford Promotions, and he brings in a promoter to run the show. Let's just say he does. Okay. So if Earl wants 15 million plus an upside, so you can forget the upside. We'll give you $17.5 million, whatever the figure, 20 million, whatever the figure is. Okay, now we're going to promote the fight. Heyman would say no. There you go.
So this goes back.
You understand what I'm referring to?
Yeah. I got you. I definitely got you. So it's funny because we're seeing fights being made left and right. We're seeing undisputed matches being made with with men, with women. I'm loving women's boxing right now. I'm loving it right now. But it seems like when it comes to these guys, Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, all of a sudden, all of those roadblocks that were so-called in the way in the past, they're no longer there. And you're telling me that there's still problems with making this fight. So it kind of, and I'm just being honest. And even though I don't like everything about Bob Arum, I will say this: Bob Arum is not the scapegoat anymore with this fight. He's not the scapegoat anymore.
He hasn't been in 281 days.
Right. He's not the scapegoat anymore. Now what? You see what I'm saying? So it is.
Listen, everybody wanted to see Shakur and Oscar Valdez. Did you see that fight get made by Bob Arum?
Yeah, it got made. Yeah.
Thank you.
It got made. Rick, is there anything else you want to say before I let you go?
My Twitter handle is at Real Rick Glaser 1, GLASER at Real Rick Glaser 1. I've got almost 5,000 followers, and there's a lot of fake Rick Glaser accounts out there, but that's the real one. And it started in January 2020. And I answer all boxing questions, and small, big, large, hard, or easy. I answer them all.
What is it? Real Rick Glaser?
Real Rick Glaser 1.
Yeah, okay. Your last name, GLASER,
yeah, at Real Rick Glaser 1. Yep. So a lot of fake Rick Glaser accounts out there, but this one's got almost 5,000 followers. So all the fake ones have a couple hundred.
What about one more? What about you and my dog Booger Ray Leonard? Booger Ray, I call Eddie. I call Leonard Ellaby Booger Ray Leonard. I call him Booger Ray.
Booger?
No, Booger Ray. Yeah, okay. Booger Ray. What's up with you and my dog Booger Ray Leonard? I heard that you got beef with my dog Leonard Ellaby. I heard you got beef with him. Now me and Booger Ray, we down. You see what I'm saying? I don't know him. He don't like me, but but me and Booger Ray, that's my dog. I want you and Booger Ray to sit down like men and squash the beef. Whatever beef y'all have.
There's no beef. He lies about everything comes out of his mouth. Anything to do with facts, figures, he comes out with the statement, we're not fighting anybody but with the tank, but PBC fighters.
Yeah.
I mean,
they said that.
It's retarded to even talk like that. Probably it's the only truthful thing that's ever come out of his mouth, I think. And it was anti-boxing for Christ's sake, and anti-tank for Christ's sake. So, he just doesn't tell the truth. I always tell people the truth, or what I know to be the truth, or will declare it as an opinion. He sets things out there like they're fact when they're outright blatant lies. And I'm just tired of it. And people are inboxing me, calling me, texting me, emailing me. Rick, Leonard Ellaby said this, or this is before he was blocked. Leonard Ellaby said this. Is this true? Do you think this? But it gets to be so ridiculous that people believe this guy. I mean, because he's Floyd Mayweather's right-hand man. Yeah, I mean, Floyd Mayweather wouldn't have a guy like me, guy that tells the truth that's not going to lie for Floyd. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, Leonard is something special. Leonard is something special. I'll be watching him on Twitter. I'll be watching him on Twitter. And
listen. If there's any redeeming value, he's a great dresser. If he's got any redeeming value at all, he's a great dresser.
All right. Leonard Ellaby, Eddie Hearn, in a fantasy match. Who's the A side?
Well, first of all, Eddie's about 17 years younger, for starters, and Eddie's got about 2 feet on him in height. I mean, one's about my height, maybe an inch taller. I'm 5'8", and the other guy's about 6'4" or 6'5", and punching down. Come on now.
I got my buddy. I got my buddy over dog Booger Ray. I call him Booger Ray Leonard and Eddie the Hitman Hearn. What you think about that? You like
Well, I happen to agree. I like the nicknames. It's better than the other nicknames I've heard for Leonard on the internet. The nostril, the nose, all those kind of things.
Hey man, hey Rick, thank you so much for stopping by, man. I really appreciate you, fam. I just dropped my Twitter. Y'all go follow Rick on Twitter. Say what you want to say. You can threaten him. Say whatever. He will respond. Shout out to Rick Glaser, man. Salute, Rick.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. Hey, yeah, we got to get Rick Glaser and Booger Ray Leonard to have a sit down. You know what I mean? And squash the beef. Booger Ray Leonard hates Rick Glaser. Why? I have no idea. He hates him. Booger Ray Leonard does lie a lot. He does. He lies all the time on Twitter. He say all kind of stuff and doesn't show any facts or proof of anything he says. Just trust me. This is if you follow Leonard on Booger Ray Leonard on Twitter, his famous word is just trust me. No, that's a fact. That's what he says. Just trust me. No, that's a fact. Leonard, can you show us in the receipts on what you're saying? Don't worry about the receipts. Shout out to my sister Bless 365. True. Don't worry about the receipts. Just trust me. That's what he says. That's what he says. Hey, let's get these likes up, man. Let's get these likes up. We got over 500 people in here and less than 300 likes. Boy, the ops is watching today. I knew the ops was coming, though. I'm going to tell you why. You know how I knew the ops was coming? Because it's a Deontay Wilder video. I'm going to talk about Wilder now. I knew the ops was coming because I know my subscribers come from the LDBC channels. And anything Deontay Wilder that I make, I know those guys, subscribers from the LDBC channels, are going to come over here. They don't like me, but they give me their watch time hours, but then they won't hit the like button. So I know you guys that's coming from these LDBC channels want to hear what I have to say about your king. So since you came for the show, I'm going to give you the show. Let's give everybody a round of applause. Now, the title of the show, shout out to my sister Bless. Y'all know I got a lot of love for my sister Bless. Deontay Wilder says he had an opportunity to flatline Tyson Fury. Does he show proof that Tyson Fury cheated? He's still saying that Tyson Fury is cheated, stuff like that. So, Coach, you making this up? You're lying. Coach, you're making this up? You're lying. That's what the people say, right? Anybody who been following me, one thing you know about me is what? When I say something, I have the proof. I have the proof of what I say in my titles. I don't do clickbait. If you don't know, now you know. If you don't know, now you know. I don't do clickbait. If I say something, boy, 9 times out of 10, that's exactly what he said. I'm going to play it. I have the receipt right here. Let me go ahead and share this. We're going to get into a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff we're going to get into, right? This is the video. This video is, as you can see right here, this is from Fight Hype. This video is entitled Deontay Wilder's Truth on Tyson Fury Hate. And fourth fight will be called Justice. He talks about Ortiz, and he says that the fourth fight with Tyson Fury will be called Justice. This is going to be for justice. This is what he said. I'm not making this shit up. True. Let me go ahead and get right here. Let's get into the show. Let's do this. Because I don't want nobody thinking I'm lying. I don't want nobody saying, "Oh man, Coach lying, man. He over here hate, man." See, I know the LDBC subscribers are over here, so I know that's why they can't. They're not going to hit the like button. That's okay. You don't have to hit the like button, but what we're going to do, we're going to get into the show. Once again, I do not own the rights to this material. It's for education purposes only. I do not own the rights to this material. It's for education. Sorry about that. Goes on. It's for education purposes only. Let's get into the show. Coach, you lying. You making this up?
We're risking our lives, man. We getting hit in the head, which the head is not meant to be hit. And all in, they barely want to pay the medical bill. Come on, bro. We gotta.
So he's talking about the promoters. He's saying, hey man, listen, we the fighters, we the ones taking the risk. There's too many greedy people in boxing. You know, let the fighters fight when they want to fight. Yada 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 yada. This is what he's talking about, and they barely want to pay the medical bills, but yet they want to dictate when the fighter fights and when the fighter can't fight, knowing that this is how fighters make money. They make their living by you know, fighting. Let's go.
Up as fighters, man, but it's, you know, you gotta want it. You gotta educate yourself. You gotta want it to have that knowledge. You know, because the only way you become wise if you apply knowledge to life, or you be considered an old fool. And I'm sure we all know many of them.
Unfortunately, so. But no, you're right. But I gotta ask if do you ever think, like you had with Ortiz, you'll ever have a moment like that with Fury? You know, I know Ali.
He talked about how to give it some context, because I didn't play the whole thing. He talked about how he has a very, very good relationship with Ortiz, and he talks about how he gave Ortiz opportunity, and he has love for his family and stuff like that. And you know, even though that they fought each other, he said that him and Ortiz are like brothers now. And so the interviewer is asking Wilder, do you think that you will ever get that relationship like that with Fury, similar to what Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier did? Joe Frazier hated Muhammad Ali because Muhammad Ali said a lot of racial things and a lot of derogatory things to Joe Frazier, which I totally disagree with now. So that's the context in which the question is asked. Let's continue.
Frazier,
Nah,
okay.
Never.
Like you had with Ortiz, you'll ever have a moment like that with Fury? You know, I know Ali and Frazier,
Nah,
okay.
Never. Because I know the truth behind that. I don't condone and cheating and shit like that. I know that no matter what people say, it's just like people use, you know, you have analysts or whatever. If he did have something in his glove, or if he did something, why did you not go to the authority?
Now, he said he know analysts would say, I am one of the analysts that he's talking about. Because I said this last year. I said, dude, if you were so serious, now I said this 2021. Yeah, that was last year. If you really felt like Tyson Fury had a metal object in his gloves, and that punch from that metal object could have killed you, taking your life. You said that metal object put a dent inside of your head, on the side of your head, right? If you really felt that way, for me, you should have presented the proof that this guy did this and then go to the authorities. You can press charges on him. This is the answer that he said.
And I wish I was in front of them. I can grab their collar, and I would grab their collar and put them close to my face so we can be eye to eye, face to face, so much that my breath touched their face. And I would tell them, why the fuck would I go to the authorities when I have an opportunity to release my own energy and put my hands up on him in the possibility of trying to kill him and get paid millions of dollars doing it?
So, as you can see from what you heard, he did say that Tyson Fury, he don't respect Tyson Fury. He'll never have the love for him that he had for Ortiz because of the cheating. So if you look at my title was not clickbait. And he said, I'll let you hear it again. He said he had the opportunity to killing Tyson Fury in the ring. So I did not make that up neither. I do not do clickbait. True. Shout out to Old Dirty Boxing. Hey, okay. Dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Old Dirty Boxing said, who timed me out? I have no idea. I'm not even paying attention to the chat. Old Dirty Boxing, I'm looking, but right now I'm finna cook. So I'm not paying attention, fam, on, you know, like who timed you out. I don't know, fam. I really don't know. I have no idea.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Don't time. Listen, Old Dirty Boxing is a paying member. I don't want to see none of my members get timed out. Don't time out nobody. Whatever beef y'all got going on in the chat, that ain't got nothing to do with me. But y'all don't be timing people out because you come from different boxing communities. Someone is saying something about your favorite fighter. I don't care nothing about none of that. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I will hope people govern themselves accordingly. Please. Anyways, let's get into this. So as you can see, my title is not clickbait. Let's continue.
authorities. Okay, go to the authorities. They lock them up. Then what's next? That's it. A good write-up. Okay, we proved our case. Nobody getting fed. What justice did that done? That don't make no sense. That sounds like somebody that's not non-confrontational, that don't supposed to be in no combat sports because their mindset ain't set on combat. It's set on being nice. So that old theory don't even make sense to me.
So he said the theory that putting the authorities on a cheating fighter that had a metal object in his hand that caused blunt force on his head, he said that it didn't make sense for him to call the police and try to get Tyson Fury arrested. He said that doesn't make any sense to him. So he said that he had an opportunity to get in the ring with Tyson Fury and killing him in the ring. Well, let me blow that up right quick. If you feel like that you're fighting a guy at an unfair disadvantage, then because you're fighting that guy at an unfair disadvantage, there's no way that you're going to win with him because you're fighting fairly and he's cheating. So his cheating methods is going to always allow him to defeat you according to your logic. So you can't complain about, hey, this guy has a metal object in his gloves. You didn't show any proof. You said these things, but there's no proof of anything that you've said. Just being honest. This ain't no hate. This ain't no shade. I know these subscribers from the LDBC, they're going to say, oh, man, that nigga hate no Wilder. Tell me one thing I said while I'm hating on him. Because I know how sensitive you Wakanda niggas is. I can't stand you Wakanda niggas. But that's okay. That's neither here nor there. But I'm gonna be good today. I'm gonna be good. So that doesn't make any sense to me. If the guy did the things that you said he did, and you have all of this evidence, and I said this last year, go look at my playlist. I had made a whole lot of videos last year addressing this. Then show the proof to the authorities. You see what I'm saying? Hey, this is what this guy did. He almost killed me. He almost took my life in the ring, but you didn't do that. Now you're saying that, hey, now you're saying that even though he had metal in his hands and he could have took my life in there, me calling the police, that doesn't make any sense in filing a police report because I had an opportunity to get in the ring and kill him. That's what he said. Shout out to VG. Hey, okay. For dropping that 279. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
VG say Bless 365 hating on me. LOL Kenny. Yeah, man, that's my sister Bless, man. That's my sister Bless. Now she love her Boo Wilder. That's my sister Bless.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
All right, let's go. Let's continue.
Like, why would we do that when we are in the hurt business? This is what we do. I can hurt you and get paid doing it. That sounds like a sweet deal to me.
Well, I saw him post something that looks like Wilder is about to be the #1 heavyweight again at WBC. Does that mean you'd be down to fight a 4th time if it comes to
most definitely. I mean, as long as whoever in the business, I've had interviews.
As you hear, he said that he will be down to fight Fury for a 4th time. Shout out to my sister Food Revolution in the building. Shout out to Food Revolution. He said he will be down to fight Fury for a 4th time. So if you look at my headline, he said that he wanted to have opportunity to kill Fury. That was not clickbait. He also said that what else I had down my headline? He also said that he still believes that Tyson Fury cheated. He still haven't showed any proof. But he's still saying that. So everything I said in my title, my headline, and in my description, it's 100% accurate to the T. Shout out to my sister, Bless 365. Hey, okay. Dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Bless say, BG, stop clout chasing my name.
True.
Hey, BG, you sitting there clout chasing, man, my sister's name, man. Put some respect on her name.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
As a matter of fact, all the ladies in the chat, we're going to put some respect on their name. Now, I'm going to tell you ladies something now. You can't be going after these men, disrespecting them, talking any kind of way, and then if they reply back to you any kind of way, you cry victim. We can't do that now. You treat people the way you want to be treated. Really, though. But we're going to put some respect on the ladies' name.
Nigga, when my name come up, respect it. Let's go. Stop playing with my fucking name. All drill y'all. Stop playing with my name. I ain't gonna say it no more. Put some respect on my name.
Shout out to a new member, man. Ryan, what's going on, fam? Salute to you, bro. New membership. New membership, man. New membership. Everybody adults Act accordingly. I ain't got nothing to do with y'all. Whatever we all going through, that shit ain't got nothing to do with me.
Earlier, and you know, about fighting different people. And like I said, I'm back. I'm in the division. I'm in the business. And who's here? And they bring a hell of a fight. Let's do it. Like I ain't, you know me. I've never ducked or dodged anyone. I'm the one that bless people with all the opportunity. You know, even when they're not my mandatory or not in line to fight, but because they're a great fighter, I see the potential and it's gonna be a great fight. I makes it happen. One thing about
makes it happen.
My team being with Al Heyman, you know, and Shelly. With my trainers, down Jay,
Dees,
you know, Joey, Malik, all my guys,
Joey,
man.
Joey Scott, yeah.
We don't avoid anyone. Who I want, we're gonna get. Al don't hold back his fighters on things. He may give his suggestion on this and that.
Now he say I don't hold back his fighters on things. Now I've heard something different on that now, because we see what's going on with this Crawford and Spence fight. We ain't heard nothing yet. I told you guys last year. I got a video on the drop that I dropped in December. I don't want to say anything yet. I just want to make sure. I want to wait till it's official before I say anything. Let's continue.
Or whatever, but pretty much who we want, we gonna get. So with that being said, I'm in the business of making money, of course, and I'm in the business of making great fights happen right now.
Okay.
Not waiting, not lingering, not trying to fulfill the pockets of promoters and managers. Well, let's wait. Nah, you just want to feed your own pocket. Let these fighters fight right now. Some of them may need the money right now.
Now, I do agree with that. Some of these fighters may need the money right now, and you got these, you know, promotional companies or advisory companies. We're gonna put you on a once-a-year diet and all of this stuff there, and yada 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 yada, and blah blah squaze. I do totally agree with that. Let's move on though. Let's move on. Oh, I got a whole lot to say. Damn, I got a whole lot to say. But I don't know if I'm better to say all this shit one day. But I got a whole lot to say right here, man. Let's go here. This is 227. Let me see what this is. I got a whole lot to say today. Hold on. All right, so this is the problem I've had with the Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury cheating claims. This is for all you Wakandas out there who hell bent on this, right? I have no problem with it. We went through what we went through last year. It is what it is. The problem I have is this. The guy who took the fall, in my opinion, did not deserve to take the fall, right? But that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. That's water under the bridge. It's something that Uncle Charles called. Uncle Charles called this show, and he said something that, and Uncle Charles is from Alabama. He said that the problem he had was that, the brother got fired, Mark Breland, received death threats from the Alphabet Boy community subscribers, and the guy literally did nothing wrong. It's not, if he got fired, fine. But the guy literally did nothing wrong. So that's the issue I have. And if we're supposed to be on this code to protect the black man and the black fighters and the black trainers and all this stuff there, you can't pick and choose. Well, you can. This is the contradiction, the double standards of these guys. I'm finna lay it out for you today, though. Everybody who's here who don't understand the Wakanda mindset, I'm going to show you where it comes from. Remember, I was in the Nation Islam for 25 years. The organization I was a part of gave birth to the conscious community. And I'm going to show it to you. Let's continue. Let's continue. You know me. Y'all know me, man. I come with receipts. I don't be bullshitting, bro. Not Coach Malachi Williams. Not me.
Space, nor does it have loose space in it. It's impossible. It's impossible for that to happen.
So he's talking about the gloves. He's talking about Tyson Fury. It's impossible for his gloves to have loose space in it. Yada 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 yada. This was last year. I'm going somewhere with this. Let's go.
On top of all the other things, you know what I'm saying? But God is good.
Deontay, is that why one of the reasons why you decided to part company with Dees, because he was in the locker room watching the hands, get taped and everything else? I mean, was that a point of contention for you?
Why did I do what?
I'm saying why you decided to part company with Dees is what I'm asking you.
Who gave you that information?
No, I'm just saying is that you parted company. You guys, he's no longer with your team, right?
Who gave you that information?
No, I'm not. I'm just asking.
Oh, you're asking. Oh, you're asking.
I'm asking
No, Jay is still
with your team still.
Oh, yeah. Jay's still here. Jay's still here.
So let's start right there. You're going to have to explain to me, for all you guys who say that Tyson Fury had metal objects in his gloves and stuff like there, you're going to have to explain to me why is JD still working for Deontay Wilder? Why is he still his manager? And why is he still his trainer? If JD was in the locker room, why? And I have video footage, pictures of him being in the locker room when Sugar Hill was wrapping Tyson Fury's hands. When he put the gloves on, when the gloves got wrapped and they marked it. How did Tyson Fury get metal objects in his hands with his trainer sitting right there watching? True. Let's move on. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. Let's see where we at. Where we at right here? Where we at? Let's go. We're not going to go to that one. And the only reason I'm bringing it up is because, Wilder brought it up. He said about the cheating. I had Sugar Hill on the show. Do y'all remember when I had Sugar Hill Stewart on the show? That's Sugar Hill right there, guys. I had him on the show last year. Y'all remember that? Let me do this. Sugar Hill right here. I had him on the show after the Tyson Fury fight. After the Tyson Fury fight. Some of you guys may remember it's in my my playlist. Check it out. So that's the question that I have, right? Let's move on. I asked Sugar Hill that same question. Let's move on. Okay, where did this stuff come from? Where did it come from? Now I'm gonna give you guys something. Go on the internet and look up the House of Consciousness. The House of Consciousness is spelled with a K. My good brother Sinetta TV started the House of Consciousness in the 2000s. In the early 2000s, after Dr. Khalid Muhammad passed away. R.I.P. to Dr. Khalid Muhammad. I think he passed away of an aneurysm in 2001, something like that. The House of Consciousness is a lot of Black conscious groups like Neighbors of the Islam. Some people may come from the Hebrew Israelites. Some people may come from the Egyptology. They talk about Egypt a lot. The Egyptology. Some come from the 5%ers. Some come from the Nuwapian Nation. Some come from many different. The Amin Ra Squad. They really came with when it come to doing research. Shout out to Unc and those guys. Brother Tahiti. Ali Muhammad, different, the Hebrew Israelites, a lot of this stuff, Brother Polite, Sarah Sutton Seti, Young Pharaoh. I remember when he came out of prison and came on the scene, Brother Garfield, a lot of those brothers, Dr. Alba, Dr. Dr. Oya Mayat. This is where this comes from, right? I'm finna bring it home to you guys who don't get it. Now, this is where the pseudo, the militant, the radical fan base, which is the element that I don't like of a certain boxing community that I call the Alphabet Boys. They have and even some of Wilder fans, they have a radical element that I don't like. And I know it very well because the organization that I was a part of gave birth to it. The Nation of Islam gave birth to the conscious community. They gave birth to it. You know what I mean? So let's go. So this is what happens with Young Pharaoh. Some of you guys may not know who this guy is. This guy is something special. He's funny. Young Pharaoh is funny. This is when he was in, he's not in the conscious community anymore, but young Pharaoh is funny. Let's do this. Let me show you guys something. This is where the rubber hits the road. And you're going to hear something. I'm going to educate you on something.
Go get my.
Let's go. Shout out to young Pharaoh. Shout out to young Pharaoh. Let me go here, guys, and let me show you. I know what the hell I'm talking about. I can promise you that. Boy, I can promise you that. Yeah.
I'm going on here today. Go get my boy belt back now. Now, not tomorrow, not next week. Bitch, go get that shit today. Go get my nigga belt back today. I'm not a boxing fan. I am now. Let me gloves. This is the pre-get.
Hold on. Now he said he's not a boxing fan. He's not a boxing fan. But I am now. I want you to understand the psychology of Wakanda. Wakanda comes from the conscious community. They left the conscious community. A lot of these guys, they don't know nothing about boxing. The conscious community, they talk about race all the time. I know because I used to do the same thing for 25 years. I was once just like them for 25 years. I'm finna break it down to you. So I used to be a Wakanda. That's how I know Wakanda when I see them, because I was Wakanda before. For 25 years, I was Wakanda. Let's continue.
Take a belt back right now. That punch, right? Y'all see the knuckles? Y'all see the knuckles? Do y'all see the knuckles? Wait a minute. Let me bring it back. Look, do y'all not see his knuckles in the glove? Y'all see his knuckles in the glove, right? Now watch this. Watch this. Let me bring the photo up.
This is where.
Look. There's no way. Look at my knuckles. Wait a minute. Look, where you see my knuckles at, right here, is where you see Tyson Fury knuckles. Now, all of his hands is wrapped, which means if this was his hand, you shouldn't see no skin. You should just see the wrap. You shouldn't see skin.
So, Coach, why are you showing me this? This is the father of Glovegate. Young Pharaoh is the father of Glovegate. Wasn't nobody in the Alphabet Boy community or Deontay Wilder talking about Glovegate until this guy, Young Pharaoh, we call him Young. Shout out to Uncle, the Armor Rock Squad. They call Young Pharaoh Young Pseudo. Until this guy, Young Pharaoh, aka Young Pseudo, until he came on the scene, he specifically said, I'm not a boxing fan, but I am now. Go get my nigga belt back. Not tomorrow, not next week, but right now. You saw him, right? I'm showing you the mindset, the mentality of Wakanda. Let's continue.
Huh? Now look, admitting that he was worried about the water being spiked, or that he was aware that water gets spiked. Okay? And you might say, Pharaoh, why are you bringing up water being spiked? Because this is going to prove my accusations of me believing that Deontay Wilder was drugged, which we all clearly see that man was drugged. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this video, and then I'm going to play another video that further shows.
So he said that Deontay Wilder was drugged. Only problem with that is Deontay Wilder said that Mark Breland spiked this water. There was no proof that Mark Breland spiked this water. As a matter of fact, there was drug tests that was taken once the fight was over with, and from the Nevada Athletic Commission, and there was nothing found in Deontay Wilder's system nor Tyson Fury's system. Young Pharaoh is the father of Glovegate. A dude from the pseudo-conscious community. He is the one that brought this to the Alphabet Boys, and he brought this to Deontay Wilder. That's where it came from. True. So he brought that radical element onto the boxing scene online. He brought the radical fan base online to the boxing scene. Now, they was already here. Don't get it twisted. They was already here. A lot of these guys follow Sarah Suit and Seti and stuff like that. Oh, I'm not finished. Oh, I'm not finished. I got a whole lot of more. A whole lot of more, boy. A whole lot of more. True, true, true. But let's continue. Let's continue. Let's continue. Shout out to Young Pharaoh, man. Young Pharaoh, do your thug thizzle, boy.
Referee purposely did not count correctly. Because some of y'all keep saying that the 10 count is wrong and blah, blah, blah. So it's time to put y'all to bed. Here we go. Watch this.
Okay. So he's talking about the gloves. He's talking about the first fight. He's talking about the glove gate on the first fight. And he's talking about Tyson Fury when he got knocked out in the first fight that he got robbed. Rick Glaser even said that Deontay Wilder got robbed in that fight. Rick Glaser, we heard him say it. He said Deontay Wilder got robbed. That's what he said, right? Let's go.
You see that? It's been down for 6 seconds. And the referee is just now starting to count. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Let me go back. Watch this.
That was a nice second. Yeah.
Now watch the referee. He's not counting. He's on his knees checking on. He's been down for 3 seconds. And that referee is still not counting. Look, he's still not counting.
He's clearly counting.
He set that man up.
He's clearly counting.
Now.
All right, so that's where this came from, right? So that was Glovegate. Exhibit A, that was Glovegate. I'm not finished. Shout out to Just a Fan. Hey, okay. Dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
That was Glovegate, right? That was Glovegate. Okay, we just now we know who the father of Glovegate was, right? He say, the phone lines open in the day. Great show so far, Coach Rick. Yeah, I'm opening up the phone lines. I gotta cook first. I have to cook.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Shout out to Loaded Lux, the guy from Loaded Lux from the battle rap community. You know, y'all gonna get this work. You're gonna get this work today. Shout out to Loaded Lux from Harlem. You're gonna get this work today. Shout out to Calico from Detroit, too. Battle rappers. Mav Hoffa. All of those guys. I used to watch that shit all the time. Anyways, so we saw the father of Glovegate, right? We saw the father, right? Okay. Let's go over here. I showed y'all when Sugar Hill was on the show. I let you see the video with Deontay Wilder did say that he talked about what he talked about? The cheating? Yeah, he talked about Tyson Fury cheating last year, all that stuff there. Yada, 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 yada. Let's continue. Let's go. Now, some people would say that, hey, coach, there was an incident that there was a lot of things that was said. His water got spiked. Shout out to my sister Bless. Shout out to Bless. She said shout out to Bless. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter of a bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Shout out to my sister Bless. She said, to be fair, even Andre Ward said it was a long count while he was commenting on that fight. And it was. Yeah, you know what? Bless. Andre Ward did say that. He did say that. That is true. That's true. Hey, that is true, Bless.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
But this is the thing, though, Bless. This is the thing. So in the first fight, and I hate doing this all over again. The first fight, Tyson Fury, gloves was flapping. So he was allowed to cheat with the flapping gloves. And the referee gave a long count. So they cheated Wilder twice. The flapping gloves and the long count. Okay, fine. That fight became a draw. Okay, fine. I got you. You follow me so far. Let's continue. Then in the second fight, because Wilder said Tyson Fury was cheating. So the first fight, he got robbed by the white referee for the long count, and Tyson Fury had flappy gloves. Now, if you boxed before, but Price person glove is flapping, you really can't hurt him. But that's okay. I'm not going to get into that. I don't want to relitigate that, right? That's the first fight. The second fight, his water bottle was spiked. His water bottle was spiked. Tyson Fury had egg weights inside of the glove. And he had egg weights inside of the gloves, and the costume was too heavy. Now I played you the video where he said that what did he say? Tyson Fury. What did he say? Fury did what? Hold on. I'm getting kind of lost here. Let me see. What did he say? Oh, where he said that, hey, he acknowledged that Tyson Fury had egg weights and stuff in his gloves. So the interviewer asked him, he said, is this the reason why you fired JDs? He said, no, I didn't fire JDs. I kept JDs. If Tyson Fury cheated with metal objects in his glove and your manager and trainer was in there watching his hands get wrapped, why is he still on the team? If you really believe that. I got some receipts. Let's go. True. I got some receipts. Let's go. So the first fight, the count was long. Okay, the count was long. Let's go. Coach Deontay Wilder never said that his costume was too heavy. Coach, you're lying. Deontay Wilder never said his costume was too heavy. Okay. I'm lying. Anybody think I'm lying? Y'all know I got the receipts, right? Anybody think I'm lying about that? We're going to move on. I'm showing you something. I got to show you I got to show you the conscious community at work. Anybody think I'm lying? Let's go. Now, this is Kevin Iole right here with Deontay Wilder. This is Kevin Iole with Deontay Wilder. Let's play it.
What do you think happened? I mean, you knew that he was going to come forward and come at you. He said he was going to fight that way. You know, that wasn't the Deontay that we've seen for, 40-some plus fights. What do you think happened? Did he hurt you early on that, affected you the rest of the way?
No, he didn't hurt me at all. It was the simple fact that, my uniform coming out, Kevin, was way too heavy for me. I didn't have no legs from the beginning of the fight.
Coach, you're lying. You're making this up. Deontay Wilder never said that. Let me play it again.
What do you think happened? I mean, you knew that he was going to come forward and come at you. He said he was going to fight that way. That wasn't the Deontay that we've seen for, 40-some plus fights. What do you think happened? Did he hurt you early on that, affected you the rest of the way?
No, he didn't hurt me at all. It was the simple fact that, my uniform coming out, Kevin, was way too heavy for me. I didn't have no legs from the beginning of the fight.
Why am I playing this? This is important. You lost the first fight because you was cheated. Because Tyson Fury gloves was flapping and the referee had a long count after you knocked Tyson Fury out. And Tyson Fury did say that he was knocked out. He did say that. Okay, I give you that one. The second fight, you said that your costume was too heavy. I just played the receipt twice. Then you said that Tyson Fury cheated. He had egg weights in his gloves. So the costume plus the egg weights was the reason why you lost. Then you said that your water bottle was spiked by your black African-American trainer. So the reason why you lost that third fight, you gave 3 different reasons. So this is what I'm saying. So when you say that Tyson Fury cheated, and I'm not a Tyson Fury fan. I'm not a Tyson Fury fan at all. I look at Deontay Wilder fans and Tyson Fury fans as one and the same. Both of y'all two sides of the same coin. Fury fans is tails, Wilder fans is heads. The only difference is Wilder fans are a little bit more radical. They will threaten you online. They will threaten to harm you, kill you, do whatever online. Fury fans that haven't done that to me as of yet. But both of y'all the same to me. Let's continue. So you heard it right there, right? Let's go. Well, where am I going at with this? I'm finna show you. Follow me. I'm finna show you where I'm going at with this. Let's see where I'm at, right? Let's go. Let's go.
You told me about your legs that you felt weak, but that was it. You said I take
Okay, here we go right here.
in a couple of their own homes.
watching me.
All right, let's go. This another one. This another one. Of course, you know I got the receipts. I just want to play some things. I'm trying to, you know, I'm just trying to, you know, I'm just touching on it. I didn't hit it. I'm not hitting it hard like I did last year. Pause. I'm not hitting it hard like I did last year. I'm just touching on it. Let's continue. I'm just touching on it. Just, you know, what does this have to do with the conscious community in boxing? I'm finna show you. I got you. This interview right here. Let's go.
It's great to be here with you. What's fueling you for this third fight against Tyson Fury?
What's fueling me for this fight against Tyson Fury is revenge. Solid revenge, you know.
So you heard him say he wanted to fight Tyson Fury for the third fight. He wanted to get revenge. Why do you want to get revenge?
What I done for him and what he didn't do for me. You know, playing games, even cheated. Revenge is all. My mind is very violent right now. And revenge is all I see.
In suffering that loss, what did you learn about yourself?
What I learned about myself.
I do not own the rights to this material for educational purposes only. Let's continue. Let's go.
Is that I'm strong-willed. I'm a warrior.
Mm-hmm.
I understood the situation that I was in, the circumstances that I was under. I could have went back to my corner. I could have quit, you know, and gave up.
So he said he understands the circumstances that he was under in that second fight. I wonder what circumstances he's talking about. Is he talking about the circumstances of the costume being too heavy? Is he talking about the circumstances of his water being spiked, which to this day has not been proven? Is he talking about the circumstances of a mysterious egg waste that was in Tyson Fury's glove that mysteriously got there, even though his trainer and manager, white trainer and manager, Dees was right there and saw when Tyson Fury hands got wrapped. Oh, I got the receipts for that. You know I do. True. I covered all bases today. Let's go.
To everyone that's going to be tuning in, it's going to be in attendance, or whether they're in the comfort of their own home watching in. I want them to see. I want them to take my word for it, but take my actions seriously.
Deontay, you and I thought we had a really good interview post-fight where you told me about your legs, that you felt weak, but that was it. You said I take no credit from him, and then things changed after.
Now, you heard what he said. He said that post-fight, when he interviewed Deontay Wilder, he said that you said that you take no credit from him, meaning Tyson Fury. You take no credit for him. But then he said, then things changed after. Now, I want you to focus on the after. What changed after? Young Pharaoh. This is why I showed you. Guys. Young Pharaoh. This is what changed after. When Young Pharaoh got introduced to the YTBC, this is what changed. Let's continue. That's the after. And who is Young Pharaoh? He's from the conscious community. I like to call the unconscious community. Let's go.
You start to place blame elsewhere. How much of the responsibility falls on you for what happened that night?
I mean, all of it. I mean, I can't blame no one else. I can tell you the facts. And when I display the facts, it's up to each individual to accept what I've told them. I have no reason to lie about nothing I said. But at the end of the day.
All right, he said, when I present the facts, and I'm not being a detective, you know, it's up to each individual to believe what I told them. When you show facts, I don't have to believe what you told me. Why? Because I can believe what you're showing me. See, when you show, that's when you have facts. When you tell, that's just what's coming out of your mouth. To this day, we have not seen any proof of any of these allegations that he said.
You just sit here, you don't know what I'm talking about?
These are the facts. Him and Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury has fought 3 times. Now, we saw the flapping glove. That is true. I can show you videos when Muhammad Ali gloves was flapping. I can show you videos when Devin Haney gloves was flapping. I can show you several videos of fighters' gloves flapping. Tyson Fury is not the only one that you know what I mean? The long count, I give you that. Maybe the long count was long. Maybe Jack Reese should have waved it off. I give you that. If that's what you guys want, I give you that. But now we're talking about the second fight now. Let's continue.
It happened to me, so I take full ownership of it.
and this is what we live to see another day, and this is why we're here. July the 24th. It's my turn.
And Wilder said that he take full responsibility for what happened. He didn't blame it. So right there, you heard that. Let's go. Shout out to the Fantasy Hustlers.
The stickiest of the icky. You want to smoke with the old boy Rick James?
Hey, okay. For dropping that $2, bam, super chat on your boy. Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy. He said the unconscious community. Yes, sir. That's what they are. I was in it for 25 years. Well, I was you know, when the organization I was a part of gave birth to it. So.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. Where am I at right here? Where we at right here? He talked about not liking. I think we went there all right. We talked about not liking. Let's see. Was this the one where he talked? Yeah, he talked about being on. He talked about the juju. Let's go. Fight hype.
Okay, yeah, you know.
Oh, this it right here. My bad. Oh my Lord. I had it right here and don't pass it. Okay, let's go to 3. Let's go to the 3-minute mark. Let's go right here. Now, right here, Deontay Wilder said he was under some kind of juju spell. Coach, you're lying. Deontay Wilder didn't. Oh, Coach, you're lying. Deontay Wilder didn't say he was under some kind of juju spell. So we heard the glove gate. We heard 2 versions of glove gate: the flappy glove in the first fight, the long count in the first fight, and then we heard the egg weights in the second fight, the spiked water bottle, and we heard the costume. We heard that, right? We're gonna get to all of the other stuff, right? So he also threw juju in there. He didn't say nothing about no juju. You're lying, Coach. You're lying. Okay, let's go. Let's continue. I'm lying.
With the situation with the glove,
is, you know, because I see, you know, you see reports out there, and like, you know, you don't see Jay in your training video, so that's why I came to the conclusion, oh, Jay's no longer with Deontay, but you're saying he
hold on
is with you.
Yeah, most definitely. One of the
now Dees should have been fired, because if Tyson Fury was able to put metal in his gloves, egg weights, in order to beat a dent in the side of your head, why would you have the guy on your team that was right there to see the metal get put in the glove and allow the other fighter to put the dent inside your head? Doesn't make any sense to me. Can anyone explain that to me? True. Let's continue.
One of the training videos, you can clearly see him in the back, and sometimes you can hear his audio in the background as well too. But Jay is definitely with me. You know, I understand the situation in the back with the gloves and stuff like that. Sometimes you can just be inexperienced, you know, to know what to look for and stuff like that. Now I had guys on my team that, you know, understood it. Like when I had Russ with me,
Now this is the problem that I have. He gave Dees a way out. If I believe, let's say Bless 365 is my manager and trainer, and she's white. Doesn't matter the skin complexion, but I'm just throwing that out there for the Wakandas. And I believe that a fighter that I sent Bless to go watch get his hands wrapped was able to put metal objects in my gloves, so that the fighter that my fighter, who I'm managing and training, so that another fighter can get an unfair advantage, the first person that would get fired is Dees. But for some reason, he's still there. True. I'm not going to make excuses for him, but vilify the black dude, and I show no evidence at all. Let's go. That's some pro-black shit for your ass, huh? Pro-black shit for your ass.
He's a glove guy. He make gloves, so you know what to look. He know what to look for. See, Jay is unexperienced with the gloves and knowing what to look for and stuff like that. And he mostly on the friendly side. But at this point in time right here, we want it back in blood. Ain't nobody friendly on this squad no more.
Oh man, bro, it's a whole lot I can say right there. I'm not. The show will never end. Let's go.
Y'all, they stole that. You know what I'm saying? And the way the world. And a lot of people in boxing did this right here. I'm doing like that to everybody. You know what I mean? That's my mentality, because I gave you the good side of me.
All right, let's go. He's talking about All the people who turned their back on him, he said they turned their back on him, and that's what he said, right? That's what he said. Let's go.
Y'all villainize me. You always want to make it seem like I'm the villain or Wilder this, but that's just only the love. That's only to show the importance that I am, how special I am in this sport, because I am. You know, when do you ever get a fighter that you have to be perfect for 12 seconds, for 12 rounds? I don't have to be perfect for 2 seconds, literally.
So is that why, as you had?
So this is the problem. When you have a mentality that another fighter has to be perfect for 12 rounds, you only have to be perfect for 2 seconds. That's the problem. I remember when he said it last year, I said, you know what? Deontay Wilder gonna get his ass whooped again. Because if you know anything about boxing, you're fighting a 6'9" gypsy from the UK that can fight. And you're saying that, hey, man, you know, I only got to be good for 2 seconds. So you're just saying, I just need to land my shot. Once I land my shot, he ain't going to get back up. He got up 4 times. True, true, true. Let's continue. Let's continue. Let's continue. Let's continue. And then you got the dude who took a dive for you as your trainer. You can't win no fights with a dude who took a dive for you. Not as a trainer.
Third fight, you know, Tyson Fury has come out and he said he owns you. He has your soul. It's going to be, you know, a walk in the park for him. You know, what are your thoughts on that?
We'll see if he keep that same energy when that time comes.
Okay.
You know, all this right here is just for me. That's all that is. We know what happened. He know what happened. Come on.
Does that piss you off though, Deontay?
You couldn't even.
Says all that
stuff?
No,
it don't. No, it don't. It can't. Why would it? Why will it? Why would it? Because whatever happens come to 24th, then that's what happened.
So we know what happened came on July 24th. When it got delayed until October, right? We know what happened. He got knocked out. Wilder got knocked out. He got dropped 3 times. And the 3rd time, he did not get back up. I'm not going to lie. When I saw that fight, I kind of like had tears in my eyes a little bit because I thought he was dead. And I'm not being funny. I thought he was dead because the way he fell on his face when Tyson Fury, he like hit him with a left uppercut. Hey, he had him in the headlock, hit him with a left uppercut, hit him with a left hook, hit him with a right, leaned on him a little bit, came up with an uppercut, came with a left, and then he finished with the right cross, and Wilder fell face first and bounced off the canvas, and he didn't move for like maybe 2-3 seconds. I thought he was dead, and the referee just waved it off. I'm like, man, he don't kill this dude. And it's funny because Wilder always said he wanted a body in the ring. He almost became the body that he said he always wanted. He almost became that body. True, true, true. And I don't like seeing stuff like that happen to a fighter. You get what I'm saying? But let's continue.
You know what I'm saying? I'm very confident in what I'm gonna do. Look, they couldn't even knock me out even under that juju. I was under some juice. They couldn't even knock me out. They couldn't even keep me down. Like I said, it took a disloyal trainer to throw the towel in. And the crazy shit about it already.
Let's start right there. He said it took a disloyal trainer to throw the towel in. The crazy part about it is if Mark Breland don't throw the towel in, you probably wouldn't even have the 3rd fight with Tyson Fury. Mark Breland saved your life. He stopped you from getting killed in that 2nd fight. And you said that you was under some kind of juju. So it was the egg weights, it was the costume being too heavy, your water bottle was spiked, and you was under some juju. And the guy who saved your life got fired and kicked to the curb, but the guy who was in the locker room who saw Tyson Fury get his hands wrapped, and you said that he had metal objects in his gloves, you keep him on your team. True, true, true. How stupid can you be? Let's continue. He was under juju. That's what he said, right? Coach, you lying. He didn't say that. Okay, let's hear.
Me out. They couldn't even keep me down. Like I said, it took a disloyal trainer to do. Look, they couldn't even knock me out even under that juju. I was under some juice. They couldn't even knock me out. They couldn't even keep me down. Like I said, it took a disloyal trainer to throw the towel in. And the crazy shit about it already, when I had Mark, everybody said I should get rid of him. But when I got rid of him, he was the best thing that happened to me. But we already know what that did. I don't have the complexion for the protection, and I love it.
Now, what does complexion for the protection have to do with him firing Mark Breland? Apparently, apparently Mark Breland did not have the complexion for the protection, and apparently Dees has the complexion for the protection. Because guess what? The brother man got fired. The white man, you kept him on your team. True. That's some pro-black shit for you Wakandas. So apparently Dees had the protection for the complexion, and the dark-skinned brother, gold medalist, Mark Breland, one of the greatest fighters that America has ever produced, came off the best boxing Olympic team in the history of America. He didn't have the complexion for the protection. If he did, he'll still be in Deontay Wilder's corner. True. Funny how that complexion shit work on. All right, let's move on. Move on down the yellow brick road. So we did play with Wilder, admitted that the costume was too heavy. He said he was under juju. Let's continue. They said he was under juju. All right, and he said he's seeking revenge for Tyson Fury. He said he want revenge. I told you that. Said revenge. Yeah. Okay. All right, we ought to play that. Let's go over here. Where the next one at? All right, he say he want justice. Let's talk about justice, y'all. Let's talk about justice. Did he say, oh no, we ought to play that. We played that one up. Now, this is the problem that I have, guys. I'll shout out to KDR for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy. Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy. He said, salute, coach. He said this is a funny ish, but some sad ish at the same damn time. He said, Wilder can't get over these L's. Is the book of 1,000+1 excuses. Okay.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Jam say Fury cheated. Okay, yes, sir. Sir, Jam, can you tell me what the juju is? Because Wilder always said he has some juju on him. So what is the juju? Did Fury have anything to do with the juju? I don't know what juju is, but can you answer that, my brother? Shout out to Robert Tracy. Hey, okay. Drop another half for bam, double your boy. Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy. I want to say, fam, he said, I went to Fanon's channel this morning and told him Wilder is losing it with their Fury comments. And he said Wilder is right. His whole chat started defending Wilder. What up with the clowns delusional? I'm gonna break it down.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Now, I want to say this. A lot of people liked Deontay Wilder's costumes. A lot of people from Wakanda, they thought that, hey man, these costumes were beautiful. And the costumes gave us a sense of pride. That warrior spirit when Wilder wore those costumes. I got a video, I keep receipts. I got a video where Wilder said that, hey, when people see these costumes that I come to the ring with, he used it as an intimidation factor. It intimidates people when they see me coming to the ring with a costume. And I can imagine Wilder is 6'7" tall. He's a tall guy, big guy, dark-skinned brother, and he's coming with these warrior-like costumes and stuff like that, right? And he says he's a king. I have this for Wakanda. Do you know who these guys are? As a matter of fact, let me do this. Let me see. Why is it not showing? Do you know who these guys are? Hold on. Oh, that's not it. I wonder why I can't. Oh, you know what? I think I have to do this. Do I have to do this? It's not showing. For some reason, not showing. I don't know how I'm going to do that. Why I can't? Let me remove that. Let me do this. Do you know who these guys are? Hold on, guys. I got a quick question. This is for Wakanda. Do you know who these guys are? These are the guys, as you can see, they're white. These are the guys who created your king. I showed you young Pharaoh was the one that introduced Glovegate to boxing from the unconscious community. Oh, I'm not finished. Oh, I got some more receipts. I'm not finished. What you mean, coach? These two white dudes from the LGBT community created my king. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. You know I got the receipts, right? True, true, true. Every crown that you saw that Deontay Wilder, our brother from Alabama, wore on top of his head, guess what? These guys are the ones who... Shout out to my sister Bless 365. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy. Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy. Bless say, welcome to the Deontay's play.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Jam say coach tripping. I'm tripping, Jam. Okay, I'm finna show you I'm not tripping. My brother Jam say coach is tripping. Okay, I'm tripping. Okay. Anybody think I'm making this up? Anybody? Anybody think I'm making this up? Coach tripping. Huh? Okay, I'm tripping. All right, I'm tripping. Does this look familiar to you, Jam? This is the costume that our brother Deontay Wilder wore the night when he fought Tyson Fury, the second fight. He has a crown on his head. He has a costume. I'm not finished though, my brother. I'm not finished. The brother say I'm tripping. Okay, I'm tripping. All right, I'm tripping. Yeah, I'm tripping. Okay. Brother say I'm tripping. All right. Brother say I'm tripping. I'm making this shit up. I'm tripping. All right, Deontay Wilder said right here, my good brother from Alabama, Deontay Wilder, he said no excuses. Deontay Wilder confirms he will wear a special ring walk costume again in Tyson Fury's trilogy match fight, despite blaming the costume outfit for the rematch defeat. I did play the receipt where he did say that the costume was too heavy with Kevin Iole. I did say that. Do you want to know who made these costumes? Matter of fact, let me show you. I don't want nobody thinking I'm making it up. Donato Crowley and Cosmo of the Glam Squad. I'm not making this up. I'm fixing to show you though. Jam, I'm fixing to show you. I'm finna show you, my brother. I'm finna show you. Don't worry about it. I'm finna show you. I got you. Coach, you're lying. That's not true. Coach, you're lying. It's not true. Anybody think I'm lying? I'm making it up? Deontay Wilder, when he fought King Kong Ortiz, he had a costume on. He had white costume. These are the guys who put the crown on his head. I'm not making this up. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you, my brother. You can believe me or believe your eyes. Whatever you want to do, my brother. If you don't want to believe me, you don't have to believe me. Believe your eyes. I'm going to show it to you. True. This is Donato, and this is Crowley and Donato's of the Glam Squad. As you see, this is the costume, the mask that Deontay Wilder wore when he fought King Kong Ortiz. Coach, you making this shit up? Okay, I'm making it up. I'm making it up. Oh my God, I'm making it up. Coach lying. Coach is lying. He's a liar. Coach is a liar.
Oh wow.
As a matter of fact, let's go right here. Coach, you making this up? You see these guys right here? Donato and Crowley? That's Donato, this Crowley. This is Deontay Wilder. This is his lovely wife, Telly, right? They say, Coach, you're lying. You're lying, Coach. Coach tripping. Coach lying. Okay, I'm lying. Tripping. My brother say I'm tripping. Okay, let's go. Brother say I'm tripping. As you can see, they putting the crown on his head. As you can see, they are putting the crown on his head. Our beautiful brothers and sisters, our white beautiful brothers and sisters from the LGBTQ, ABCDEFG alphabet community is putting a crown on Deontay Wilder's head. They made him a king. Am I lying? Am I lying?
To this day.
They made him a king. Am I making this up? Am I hating? I haven't said one hateful word yet. I haven't said anything disrespectful to Deontay Wilder. I haven't said anything disrespectful to his fans. I haven't said anything disrespectful at all. I'm just being very calm, cool, and collective, and I'm laying out the facts. That's all I'm doing. True, true, true. Our white brothers and sisters from the LGBT community. I gotta say that to be politically correct. Shout out to I don't even know how to pronounce your name, but thank you for the super chat, fam. Hey, okay. Dropping that 179. Bam, pound on your boy. Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
So there we go. Jason Mones is back. I'm not going to answer you, sir. You got to drop a dub for me to even read your comment, Jason Mones. You got to drop a dub. That $1.99, you can keep them ragged ass $2. You need to drop more than that, Jason Mones. You is a bitch, and I don't like you, but we're not going to block you. We're going to keep you over here because I know you love me. Anyways, let's continue. That's some pro-black shit for your ass. That's some pro-black shit for your ass, right? Let's go. Let's continue.
I'm sorry, Boxing World. I had to do it too. Ain't nobody doing it like the champ. Baddest man on the planet.
It's a nice video, though.
Fight in boxing history. Period.
Nice video.
Yeah, what he said.
Yeah, man, that's beautiful, man. Hugging his family like that.
Glam Squad, baby. Yeah. And the Bronze Bomber.
Glam Squad, baby, and the Bronze Bomber. Okay, cool. That's fine. All right. So they made him your king. That's
come on here, and
that's who came up with the crown. You know, they told him, he told them what he wanted, Telly told him what he wanted, and they made that and they placed the crown on your king's head. I just showed it to you. Right? Let's continue. I'm not finished. Oh my God. Not finished. Let's see. Coach, we need more proof you're lying, Coach. Coach, we need more proof you're lying. It's not true. That's not true, Coach. It's not true. That's not true. I'm lying, right? Yes, he did say Bond Squad, Glam Squad. He did say that. He did say Bond Squad, Glam Squad. Coach, you're lying. That video went by too fast. Do you have any still pictures? Just showed it to you right here. And you see your king is smiling. Shout out to our good brother Deontay Wilder. He's smiling, right? He's smiling. And there we go, right? All right. So I think I'm not lying. I think that my brother said I was tripping. So I hope you understand that I'm not lying. I'm not lying about that. I think I made that clear. I don't be lying, and I don't show clickbait, nothing like that. I don't do that. Let's continue. What else we got here? Now let's mosey on down over here. JD's. Let's mosey on down to JD's. JD's. Let's go to JD's right here, man. Let's go to JD's right here. Oh, JD's. JD's allowed Tyson Fury to cheat. JD's allowed Tyson Fury to cheat Deontay Wilder. Facts. Well, I ain't really got no facts, but I'm just going to say facts because that's what they say. Facts. That's what they say. They say facts all the time, right? Just because you say facts, they don't show facts on me. Anyway, so shout out to Jaime Rivera. Hey, okay. Dropping that $2. Bam. Super chat on your boy. Hey, Cash out.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy. Shout out to you, fam. He say, coach for you. He say, coach, you a bad boy schooling these kids.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
And shout out to our beautiful brothers and sisters from the LGBT community. I have nothing against gays myself. I have gay members in my family. My aunt Dot was gay before she passed away, and I have a couple of gay members in my family. So shout out to the LGBT, especially our black and white brothers and sisters over there with the Rainbow Coalition. Shout out to you guys, and I like the fact that how we're going to mix some of that LGBT in with the pro-black community, and I kind of like how, you know, within the contest community, the pro-black online, you know, that Mandingo and Shango, Ogun, I mix all of that together. True. Okay, let's continue. Let's see. JD's. Let's go to JD's. Dees. When I say Dees, I don't mean Dees nuts neither. I do not mean Dees nuts. Let's continue. Shout out to JD's. Shout out to Boston Social.
This is Rob Tubbett for Boxing Social in association with Betfred, joined here in the immediate aftermath of Tyson Fury's TKO win over Deontay Wilder. I'm joined by Jay Dees. Jay, talk to me about that fight.
Tough fight. You know, we've been on the plus side of 40-something of these, so this is a new experience. But, you know, it's life. This is life. Everything's not going to go your way all the time. You got to take the good with the bad, and you got to come back.
It seems to me like Deontay never really recovered from the shot to the ear in, I think, the third round. Would that be accurate?
Well, until I see the video, it's hard for me to say exactly what happened. I'm not sure. You know, his legs didn't look great to me early on. I didn't think his legs looked like they normally look, and so I know he came to the ring, and they're very, very, like, the outfit was very heavy, and I don't know if that had to do with it, or if you know, Tyson's a lot of weight to be putting on you as well. I don't know exactly all the answers yet, but once I see the film, I'll know more.
So he did say that, hey, he don't know if it was the costume. He did say that the costume was very heavy. He said that. So JD's did throw that out there. He said the costume was very heavy. He did say that. Okay. So I just want you guys to hear that costume, that Donato and Crowley, our beautiful brothers and sisters from the LGBT community, the gay community. Shout out to those guys over there. Let's see. All right. Now, our coach, why did you show young Pharaoh in the beginning? I'm going to show you about these unconscious community guys. These guys from the unconscious community are some of the dumbest people that you ever want to meet in your life. True. They're so smart, they're stupid. The guys from the unconscious community. A lot of those guys, they dumb as hell. They pseudo and they regurgitate just a lot of different BS. And bro, like, when you follow stuff like that, you have a cult-like mentality, and I'm going to show you why you have a cult-like mentality online, in America online. I'm tying it to something. Now, remember, I showed you this brother in the beginning of the show. Shout out to my young brother, young Pharaoh. I hope he gets well. He's going through a lot right now. Shout out to this brother right here. This is the father of Glovegate, young Pharaoh. He's the father of it, right? Let's go. Why do you show us that? Let's continue. Now, young Pharaoh was so upset that Deontay, remember in the beginning of the video, he said, get my nigga belt right now. Not tomorrow, not next week, not a month from now, but right now. Get my nigga belt back right now. Remember he said that at the beginning of the video. Young Pharaoh was so serious, he even started a petition in order to get signatures up so that he could submit it to the athletic, the boxing and Nevada Athletic Commission and the WBC.
Unknown caller.
And the WBC. I'm not answering any phone right now. And the WBC in order to get Deontay Wilder his belt back. Am I lying? Am I making this up? No, I'm not. I'm going to show you. Right here is the petition. Disqualify Tyson Fury for cheating in both fights and grant Deontay Wilder a record of 44-0. This petition was created by who? Our brother right here, young Pharaoh, from the unconscious community. Let's continue. Let's see. Shout out to Toon. Hey, okay. For dropping that half a dub on your boy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy. Tune say, no off subject. Seen the video where Clarissa claims Savannah want to be black. I got Savannah beating Clarissa and getting ready for the excuses. She lost because she had a hangnail. Source Blue Bloods. Okay. All right. Yeah, for sure.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
The guys from the unconscious community, see, a lot of people like the well-dressed-up lie. I represent the naked truth. I represent the naked truth. And I told you guys the story of I don't know who keeps calling me. I'm not answering the phone. Why are you blowing my phone up? We're not answering the phone right now. I didn't drop the number. When I drop the number, that's when you call. Stop calling. I dropped it, the well-dressed-up lie and the naked truth. One day, the truth was walking down the sunny beach in Florida, in Miami, Florida. It was hot. It was 99 degrees. The humidity the humidity was 110 degrees. So the naked truth decided the truth decided to take his clothes off. And he jumped in the ocean. He went to swimming. He wanted to cool down. That's how he became the naked truth. The well-dressed-up lie came. He saw that the naked truth was in the ocean swimming. He said, well, I'll be damned. Oh, he got his clothes on the beach. Now, when the lie always shows up, people always reject the lie because it was obvious. But the lie had an idea. The lie said, you know what? If I can take my clothes off and put on the cloak of truth, I can disguise myself as being the truth, even though I'm a well-dressed up lie. So the lie took his clothes off, and then he commenced to put on the clothes of the truth. The truth saw the lie on the beach, putting his clothes on. The truth swam out of the ocean, ran onto the land, and he started chasing the well-dressed up lie. And the naked truth to this day is still chasing the well-dressed up lie. He's still chasing them. He's still chasing them, right? It is what it is. Let's continue. Now, that's how you got the story between the well-dressed up lie and the naked truth. Our brother Young Pharaoh put together a petition in order to get Deontay Wilder's 44-0 record restored and give him his belt back. Young Pharaoh, I told you guys I'm not lying. Young Pharaoh started this petition to the Nevada State Athletic Commission and two others. Who is Young Pharaoh? That's his young brother right here. He started a petition. I want to show you how crazy some of these guys are. This is what you doing, coach? This is what you're dealing with. This is what you're dealing with online with certain people in the certain boxing community. This is what you're dealing with. I, Young Pharaoh, have a 125-slide PowerPoint proving that Tyson Fury cheated in both fights, not only the first fight, but the second fight versus Deontay Wilder, as well as other times in his career as far back as 5 years. Now, Young Pharaoh did say that he's not a fan of the sport of boxing. But he has recently became a fan. So he know nothing about boxing. This is who the pseudo unconscious community who are following certain YouTube channels. These are these guys. This is what you're dealing with from a psychological standpoint. Victimhood mentality 101. Let's go. Now let's continue. This has been acknowledged by professional boxers such as Errol Spence, Steve Cunningham, as well as Charles Martin. Mainstream media is keeping quiet about this issue despite being, he has a lot of spelling errors, but that's okay, despite being asked by the professional boxers above to investigate because as of my PowerPoint will show, I believe bigger organizations and mainstream outlets conspired against Deontay Wilder with their motivation being of racial bias, which is causing them to blatantly turn a blind eye to Tyson Fury breaking the rules of boxing. Let's stop right there. Young Pharaoh specifically said, this is what he said. He said, mainstream media is keeping quiet about this issue despite being asked by the professional boxers above to investigate because as of my PowerPoint will show, I believe bigger organizations and the mainstream media outlets conspired against Deontay Wilder with their motivation being of racial bias, which is causing them blatantly to turn a blind eye to Tyson Fury's breaking the rules for boxing. So when you hear Deontay Wilder saying he don't have the complexion for the protection, and you hear these other guys saying, yo, man, you know what it is? See, it was a conspiracy. Everybody conspired against Wilder. It came from young Pharaoh. True. It came from young Pharaoh. SC said, he said, ¿Por qué no creen la verdad, coach? I have no idea why they don't believe the truth, fam. It is what it is.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
I do know why. I'm gonna break it down to you right now. Give me a minute. I'm almost done. Then I'll let the phone calls call in. I'm almost done. Let's continue. Now, this is the father of the conspiracies that everyone is arguing about right now, that even Deontay Wilder is using to this day. Let's continue. And shout out to my brother Deontay Wilder. Shout out to my brother Deontay Wilder. Shout out to him. Please sign this petition and help us not only preserve the integrity of the sport of boxing, but ensure the safety of all fighters in combat sports, despite their ethnicity or racial background. Combat sports are dangerous enough. It should not be putting a fighter's life in danger beyond the contract that they signed. Tyson Fury punched Deontay Wilder with his bare knuckles because his left hand was not fully in the glove in both of their fights. Okay. And he punched Wilder illegally in the back of the head in their most recent fight over 30 times from the 3rd round to the 6th round. And the referee said nothing, even though the referee was black. And the referee said nothing, even though blows to the back of the head, because they can cause instant death to the victim by dislodging the brain from their brainstem. I can show you videos where Deontay Wilder was not only punched Tyson Fury in the back of the head of the first fight when he knocked him down the first time, but I can show you videos where Deontay Wilder punched Luis Ortiz in the back of the head as well in other fighters. I'm just being fair. Wilder has done that as well. Okay, but let's continue. Also, Tyson Fury has blood on his left hand wrap, which matches the blood on the wrist area of his left glove, to which his fist was not properly in the glove. So to make a long story short, he talks about Tyson Fury, glove flopping. The glove is flapping because it is not completely in, and instead, as images have shown, he broke it down. He said, we must lead by virtue and integrity. Deontay Wilder has wrongfully had his career, I guess he said has his career, stolen from him and will no longer have the chance to make history, breaking the records as he was on the verge of breaking. If we allow this will impact his mental health and life as a human outside of the sport of boxing. If we sit back and allow this heinous act to happen. Thank you. They say thank you and much love, family. And he started a petition. And as of today, young Pharaoh has 13,411 signatures for this petition. I can't make this shit up. True. This is what you're dealing with. This is what you're dealing with online. Let's continue. I'm not finished. J. Dees, this is a picture of J. Dees being there in the locker room. And we already know that because Deontay Wilder did acknowledge that J. Dees is in the locker room. Footage shows Tyson Fury getting his hands wrapped for Deontay Wilder too. J. Dees was right there. J. Dees is right there. It's Fury dominated. We already know that right now. Yada, 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 yada. It says right here, the World Boxing Council, who sanctioned the contest, has since aired their views through President Mauricio Suleiman. Mauricio Suleiman is talking about the gloves. Tyson Fury said that in a recent Instagram response, Fury called the allegations that young Pharaoh alleged against him, as well as Fury and his fans, as well as Wilder and his fans, he said bullshit. And he stated that there was nothing but mean fists in those raps. This is what he said. Now, a video has been posted by Fury's UK TV network and BT Sports. It clearly shows Deontay Wilder's trainer, J. Dees, watching every move backstage. If anything untoward was going on, surely J. Dees would have noticed before leaving Fury's side. The WBC, who sanctioned the contest, has since aired their views through President Mauricio Suleiman. Mauricio Suleiman said, it's ridiculous. It's difficult to understand. I was present in both fights. I was in the dressing room in both fights, both Wilder and Fury's dressing room. One was in California, the other one was in Nevada. Remember, I told you right here in this petition, young Pharaoh said that there was conspiracy amongst the organizations and the mainstream media. They conspired against Deontay Wilder and they used racial bias to conspire against Deontay Wilder. This is what young Pharaoh said, right? This is what he said. This is where this is coming from, guys. I was there. This is what Mauricio Suleiman said. He said, I saw them with their gloves. I was in the ring when they came into the ring, and I was sitting right there during the fight. At no moment in either fight, whether the first fight or the second fight, I saw anything that would look suspicious. Young Pharaoh doesn't believe that. He's saying that these guys conspired against Deontay Wilder. After the fight, they take off the gloves. They are handed to the commission. He concluded, it's very sad because they try and take away something from a huge victory, one of the greatest nights of the sport in the century, and try and put a blemish on that event. It's irresponsible. It's so stupid. It should not be given consideration. He's saying that what young Pharaoh is saying right here should not be given consideration. This brother right here. Let's continue. And then Deontay Wilder talks about JD's is inexperience with the gloves right there. Another article, right? Let's move on. This is Deontay. This is Tyson Fury right here. I want you to see something. Coach, you're lying. You're lying. Okay. This is Sugar Hill wrapping his gloves, and this JD's right here. This is JD's in the locker room. I do not own the rights to this materials for educational purposes only. This is Deontay Wilder's white manager and trainer. And we gotta fight the white man because the white man is oppressing us. This is him. I want you to see it again. I want you to see it again. Let's go. This video is not edited by me or nothing. And that's JD's right there. He's watching. He's staring. He's watching and staring. And he's smiling. So you see that, right? See that, right? Let's go. Let's go. All right, you see that? Okay, let's go. Let me go ahead and do this. Let me go ahead and do this. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Okay. A whole lot of truth being dropped right here, boy. They running from this shit right here. All right, let's continue. Let's continue. A lot of these guys from the unconscious community, they listen to guys like this. This is my good brother. I met this guy in Miami. Sarah Sunseti. Sarah Sunseti. Sarah Sunseti is funny as hell. Sarah Sunseti. This guy right here. He comes from the unconscious community. He's from Detroit, Michigan. I met this brother before. I remember when Sonetta TV started. The House of Consciousness started on YouTube in 2012, 10 years ago. I want you to understand the radical element that's in boxing right now. Let's continue. This is Sarah Sunseti. Look him up. Sarah Sunseti. This is him right here, Sarah Sunseti and Lone Star RBG. Right? This is Sarah Sunseti. Sarah, talk to him, Sarah. Talk to him, Sarah. Talk to him. This is, this Sarah Sunseti. They hugging the brother. And I like Seti is funny. Seti is a comedian. He's famously known for saying, the nigga got cracker toe says. The nigga got cracker toe says. He got cracker toe says. He's known for saying that. And the cracker toe says. The nigga got cracker toe says. And niggeritis. He wants to be Dr. Khalid Muhammad. R.I.P. to Dr. Khalid Muhammad. He wants to be a Dr. Khalid Muhammad. I'm giving you guys some backstory. Let's continue. Right? Let's go. Give you some backstory. Let you hear a little bit of Sarah Sunseti. God damn, sorry about that, guy. God damn, that's loud as hell. Shit. This is Sarah Sutin said. This brother right here, you probably got a lot of people that follow certain boxing communities. They come from the conscious community.
Today is the birthday of one of the greatest men that has ever lived in our race.
Talking about Malcolm X. Okay.
It was Malcolm X that woke me up.
Yeah.
It was Malcolm that the first man that stood out amongst all men that I wanted to be that man.
All right, this is Sarah Sutin said it, right? Malcolm X woke him up. Malcolm X, Malcolm X was one of the reasons Public Enemy was one of the reasons I kind of woke up a little bit too. This is Sarah Sutin said it right here. This is Sarah Sutin said it right here. They say, Coach, what does it have to do with boxing? I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to show you right now what's going on. I'm connecting the dots for you. A lot of y'all don't know. I'm connecting the dots for you. I'm gonna connect the dots for you, right? That's what I'm gonna do.
I know, son,
I'm connecting the dots for you. Let's go. I'm showing you what's going on. So when you online debating and you're getting attacked and threatened, and they say they're gonna kill you, they're gonna do this, same thing the niggas say to me. I understand what I'm dealing with. This is why I go so hard, right? Pause. This is why I go so hard, because I was that for 25 years. I was that for 25 years. And I came out of the nation. The NOI gave birth to the conscious community in today's time. Let's continue. I was involved with the root organization, not the branches. We always deal with root knowledge, not the branch. But let's continue. Let's move on. Here we go. Let's go.
I know, son, I'm always bring the crackatosis up. Crackatosis is when you talk about a cracker, you see that muscle up under your eye. That motherfucker get the twitch. Get your ass up out of here. We don't care about you. It's you the reason why we not taking care of business today. Cracker beating our family down all around this country. We can't get nobody to step up.
Cracker told says.
Crackers' heads. And you ain't got to say it, but I'm gonna say it. Because they get the goddamn video every day. Yeah. They just killed our sister down there. Where's that, in Texas? Yeah. Hogger in the cell. We need retaliation for that. Yes, sir.
So this is. I'm going to show you something else. House of Consciousness, right? Let's go to the House of HOK. Shout out to my brother Sinetta. Shout out to my brother Sinetta TV. Shout out to Sinetta TV, right? Let's move on. Where is HOK? Sinetta TV. This right here, if you guys don't know, what you see online, the radical element that you see online, it's coming from here. Shout out to the Ahmed Roscoe. Shout out to Unc. Shout out to Brother Garfield, Ali Muhammad, Sarah Sutin Seti, what the brother name is. I got the ponytail. I forgot his name. Oh man, I keep forgetting the brother name, man. He got this Egyptian ponytail. Some look like a goddamn genie. I keep forgetting the brother name, man. Shout out to Professor Griff. I got some of Professor Griff's books over here. Shout out to Zaza Ali. Shout out to Dr. Oya Mayat. Like, I met quite a few of these people. I have some of their phone numbers in my phone right here. Haven't talked to them in a while, but I have some of their phone numbers in my phone. This is where it's coming from. Let's move on. House of Consciousness. This is my brother right here. Brother Sinetta. This is Brother Sinetta. You're going to see a lot of debates online with the Hebrew Israelites, with the Nuwapians, this brother Reggie right here, Dr. Reggie, you know what I mean? And you're going to see many different schools of thought, red pill, blue pill. This is Dr. Wesley Muhammad from the NOI. You get what I'm saying? You're going to see a lot of people who are online with certain boxing communities. They come from here. This is where they come from. So you have to study the House of Consciousness to understand when you're online and you're getting in debates with these guys, you got to understand what you're dealing with from a psychological standpoint. This is why I can't be dealt with these boxing guys online. I got all the books. I got Nellie Fuller. I got Dr. Francis Cress Welsing. I done read these books several times throughout the years of my research and studies. My brother, Dr. Claude Anderson. I have, I got Larry Elder. I got Thomas Sowell. I got everybody over here. Dr. Ben. I got everybody over here. Everybody, for the most part. And whatever I don't have on this shelf, I have it in the garage. And I'm going to bring a couple of brothers on here on my show who was in the nation with me. That's going to confirm everything that I'm talking about. We don't agree on everything, but I'm going to try to get my captain on here and my other guys on here. And I'm going to show you guys some pictures of me back when I was in the NOI, when I was in the ranks. Show you guys some pictures. Show you that too. So this is what you're dealing with. And this show's almost 3 hours long. Wow. Almost 3 hours. Damn. Almost 3 hours long. Wow. Okay. It's a long show. Deontay Wilder's brother, Marcellus Wilder, said that his brother Deontay had an autopsy, and the autopsy revealed that Deontay Wilder had a dent on the side of his head. My question to my brother Marcellus Wilder is this: if Deontay Wilder did have a dent on the side of his head and it was caused by blunt trauma, how did he get cleared medically to have a third fight with Tyson Fury if he had a dent on the side of his head? Coach, you're lying. Deontay Wilder's brother never said that his brother had a dent on the side of his head and that the autopsy revealed that. I'm lying, right? Let me show you I'm not lying. Right here, this article was written June 29, 2020. Deontay Wilder's head injury was not caused by glove or fist, claims his brother. Deontay Wilder has a dent in his head that could not have been caused by a glove, according to Deontay Wilder's brother and cruiserweight fighter Marcellus Wilder. Firstly, in an Instagram post from Marcello's account at Wilder World 2, made serious and bizarre accusations against Tyson Fury in a recent story. In it, Wilder calls tests and autopsy for which Deontay would have to be dead first. A lot of people don't know that in order to get an autopsy, you would have to die. An autopsy is a medical procedure that doctors do when they cut open the dead body in order to find out what the cause of death. So in order for Deontay Wilder to have to receive an autopsy to see if he has a dent in the side of his head, he would have had to be dead first or die first. Thank God that our brother's still alive. Let's continue. Marcellus, he say, in it, Wilder calls autopsy for which Deontay Wilder would have to be dead first and alludes to the former WBC heavyweight champion having problems in his entourage. Marcellus claims that a doctor has diagnosed Deontay Wilder with a trauma ailment, which wasn't from a fist. In the statement reopens a debate raged on social media videos for the last few months. You know, it's crazy when you great, they got to do everything that's underneath that's underneath real to figure out how to stop you, said Deontay Wilder's brother. The most wicked shit about people on your own team will do anything for the hate. Money will help them ops, meaning opponents, take you down. It was discovered by doctors that my brother has a dent in the side of his head. This is due to a blunt object struck against his head from his last fight. No glove or fist was able to cause the damage, according to the autopsy test. Now, this is Marcellus Wilder's Instagram. This is what he had on his Instagram. He said, you know what's crazy when you're great? They got to do everything underneath to figure out how to stop you. And the most wicked issue about it is people on your own team would do anything, hate and money to help the ops take you down. It was discovered by doctors that my brother has a dent on the side of his head due to a blunt object struck against his head from his last fight. No glove or fist was able to cause this damage, according to the autopsy. I did not make this up. This is what the brother said. He said his brother had an autopsy, and the autopsy revealed that that Deontay Wilder had a dent on the side of his head that was caused by Tyson Fury that came from a blunt object that Deontay Wilder said that was egg waste inside of Tyson Fury's gloves. I can't make this up. True. Can't make this up. One more thing before I open up the phone lines. The phone line's not gonna be open long, because this show is running kind of long. So I just want to show you this one more thing, right? Right? I don't want nobody thinking that I'm lying. Let's look at the list of things that our good brother and some of his followers have Did you get time to read that? If you did not get time to read that, I can show it to you. These were the list of things that were said. I'm not making this up. This is the truth. Phone lines is open. Phone line. I can go on and on with some more stuff, but I'm not. I can go on and on with some more stuff. And what I showed today is nothing. I have a whole bunch of other stuff that I can show, but I just, I can show a lot more. So you got to understand, when you're dealing with a radicalized group of boxing fans, you're dealing with, you got to understand the unconscious community in order to understand what you're dealing with online. If you don't understand that, everything else will just confuse you. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? This is Adrian from Dallas, Texas.
Adrian from Dallas, Texas. Talk to me.
Coach, it's a disgrace how everybody else looks at Deontay Wilder with so much pride. And then I remember when he fought Tyson Fury, he just kept on putting that initiative of race. But then when he lost that fight, or when he lost the fight against Tyson Fury, instead of having his brother's back, which was his coach, just because he threw the damn towel, right? He got rid of the brother instead of the white man. He kept the white man in the corner with him. For me, that was a shame. That was unforgivable. And I will never forgive him for doing that. Because you got an experienced guy that was a boxer of his own. He had pedigree of his own. He helped Wilder come from nothing to something, right? Even though he fought bombs. And to do that to him and to shame him like that and to have no proof of to say, my guy tainted my water. My guy didn't have my back. But he's all about, I'm Wakanda proud. I'm for my people. Do you know what the white man has done for my people? What they've done to me. But his manager is a white man. His coach is a white man. Don't give me that. I don't believe in anything Wilder has to say anymore in my life. Either Tyson Fury, when he talks a lot of crap. I'm not trying to be a race bait or anything like that. But when it comes down to saying that he's a Wakanda proud kind of fighter, that he stands for Africa, he stands for the black community, why? You didn't have to fire that. You didn't have to fire him. You should have got rid of the white man. That's all I got to say, Coach.
Shout out to Adrian, man. Calling from Dallas, Texas. You guys have to understand the unconscious community in order to understand boxing fans that come from that follow certain boxing communities on YouTube. If you don't understand the conscious community, everything else will just confuse you. If you don't understand the House of Consciousness, HOK, all of those guys who come from over there, the young pharaohs, the brother Police, he's not in it anymore. The Sarah Suit Setis, the Ali Muhammad's. If you don't, the brother Ankh, brother Garfield, the Hebrew Israelites, brother Tahiti. If you don't understand that, if you don't study that, everything else will just confuse you. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
How you doing, Coach? This is Ron from Vermont. I gotta call in, man.
Shout out to Ron from Vermont. Talk to me.
My whole thing about the whole Wilder situation is like at the first fight, like after the first fight, okay, I don't think he was obligated to fight Fury the second time because Fury went to ESPN. Wilder seeked them out for the second fight, and I'm just wondering why wouldn't he and his team, do they not study tape? Like they say that Fury cheated like all three fights, but where was the study at before this old information came out with Pharaoh? Y'all waited till after the second fight when you got mollywopped. Now you want to say he cheated in both fights? Like, where is the trainers at? Like, as far as, like, he should have fired everybody. Everybody should have got fired for not even studying tape and letting Wilder just dictate to y'all, like, he wants Fury for the second time. That's my whole thing, because I don't think he was obligated to fight Fury for the second time if Fury went to ESPN. That's just my opinion, Coach.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to Ron from Vermont. Salute to you, fam. See, these Wakanda niggas hate me. I body their ass and send them back home to their mammy's house. These Wakanda niggas hate me with a passion. I don't give a damn. They can't do shit. What you gonna do? Nothing. Come in my chat, threaten me, say all kind of shit, and that's about as far as that shit gonna go. You gotta understand the unconscious community to understand what's going on in boxing. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna call it the way I see it. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? This is O from Cali.
Oh, from Cali. Talk to me.
What's up, man? Yeah, hey, speaking to the conscious community, like, yeah, I've been to New York, been to 125th Street, and, you know, I seen Red Pill, Blue Pill. Yeah. I seen Sarnetta filming, but I didn't say nothing to him. But I think, so I already knew that community before they hopped on the Wilder bandwagon. Yeah. But what I would say is, remember Wilder made that Radio Raheem interview, and that's where Tennis Day came from? I believe that's when the conscious community hopped on. Yeah. I think that's when the conscious community really gravitated to Wilder, because that was a powerful video, and I think that's when they was like, whatever, you know, we gonna rock with Wilder because of that. And as we know, the conscious community, that environment gets crazy. So when all the videos came out, I wasn't too surprised. It got way away from boxers. And then with Deontay Wilder and the excuses, I mean, everybody knows boxing is a one-on-one sport. So when you lose, it's not a team. You know, it ain't. You can't blame it on your point guard, shooting guard. It's like you. So it's really heavy on the mental. So if you've been winning for 40 fights, knockouts, and then you fight Tyson Fury, who's supposed to be a cherry pick, and he beats you, you're going to gravitate to what makes sense, because he couldn't believe he lost. But, you know, that's basically all I have to say on the subject. The gloves was floppy. I can't see why that would give him an advantage. That's all I have.
All right, shout out to O from Cali. Salute to you, fam. We got a troll in the building. Maybe that's Jason Mones. Call into the show. 530-494-9636. 530-494-9636. If you don't like what I'm saying, if you think that I'm lying, making stuff up after I showed all these receipts, primary sources of information, if you want to call me, whatever you want to call me, call into the show. I need some content. Call into the show. I need some content. Call into the show. I would love to take some excerpts from this show and re-upload it. Call into the show. What Minnesota Mike at? The nigga who like to threaten me. What a nigga VA Money at? Me and VA Money Group. What the dude name this clown on the phone? Call into the show, man. Shout out to Mr. Calderon. Hey, okay. Dropping this half for bam, dub on your boy. Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy. I don't run from no smoke. For today's sermon, yes, sir.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
One thing about it, boy, they'll never call me a liar. They'll call me every name in the book, but they won't say liar. And guess what? I could defend my position. Can you defend yours? And I haven't said anything bad about Deontay Wilder. My sister Blessed said, I ain't disrespecting nobody. I ain't saying nothing bad about nobody. You got a problem with the words that come out of my mouth. You got a problem with the truth. I show you the naked truth. And I get primary sources of information from the people. What I showed you was what Wilder said. What I showed you what his brother said. What I showed you is what JD said. What I showed you what Kevin Holy said with Wilder. I'm showing you primary sources of information. I'm showing you our good brother Young Pharaoh. I'm showing it to you. And I'm showing you where that mindset come from. You know, it is what it is. So, anybody over there gonna call in. Call into the show. I'm gonna leave the phone open for 10 minutes and I'm shutting the show down. We got 10 minutes. I'm shutting the show down. This dude talking in the chat, please call in. Call into the show. Anybody got any aggression they want to throw towards me, please call into the show. Please. 530-494-9636. 530-494-9636. Shout out to my main man, Deontay Wilder. To this day. Really though. True. If you ain't got nothing to say and you don't want no smoke, guess what? You probably need to plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. Plead the fifth. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything you say, 5. question did you? Again, this is an open invitation to anyone who feels that I have disrespected, said some wrong things, any kind of way, please call into the show. 530-494-9636. I will be quiet and I will listen to what you have to say. And I'm calm, cool, and collective. I stand on my square. I'm telling you, I ain't no lightweight now. I'm not no lightweight. I stand on my square. Not a lightweight, no sir, not at all. Been doing this shit 25 years. Been doing it for a quarter of a century. I'm not the one, but if you want to call in, so be it. Call in. I will listen to you. You have 9 more minutes before the show shuts down. 9 more minutes before the show shuts down. Anyone want to refute anything that I showed today? Did anyone feel that I was disrespectful? Did I call any fighters out of their name? Did I threaten anyone? Did I make up any lies today? Do anyone feel I made up any lies today by the stuff that I showed? Anyone feel like I, or how do you feel? Call into the show. Talk to the old boy. I'm not going to tongue wrestle with you in the chat. Call me. Call in. 530-494-9636. All right, 530-494-9636.
Nigga, when my name come up, respect it. Let's go. Stop playing with my fucking name. I'll drill y'all. Stop playing with my name. I ain't gonna say it no more. Put some respect on my name.
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, this is Paul. I'm Mark Breland here in San Diego.
What's your name is, Paul?
Yeah, Paul.
Paul from San Diego. Talk to me.
Oh, hey, no, I was listening to the show. Mostly agree with what you're saying. But I think there's, bottom line, I think there's definitely a good chance that Tyson Fury cheated to some degree. But I don't know if everything that, Wilder's saying is true. Mm-hmm. But I think mainly, the one thing I saw is when he punches, he punches Wilder. I mean, yeah, he punches Wilder, and then the gloves look like they're, basically not padded because he pulled him off his wrist. Mm-hmm. That's like the main, red flag that I see.
Yeah, that was the first fight. What about the second fight?
Oh, that was the first fight. That's right.
Yeah, what about
second
the second
fight? Yeah, that's where it came to get more complicated as far as that goes, because he starts adding like a bunch of different cheating accusations. So it's hard to say.
What about
some
the
of them
third?
Seem to be clearly not true. The third one seems like it was, it seemed like it was legit, but I didn't see much controversy about it. But did he say that he cheated in the third fight as well?
Yeah, I mean, no, he didn't say anything about the third fight. I think it was obvious. But so you're of the opinion that Fury did cheat the first fight, and you think he cheated the second fight as well?
I think it's possible that he cheated the second fight. It's because it seems clear that he might, to me at least, that he might have cheated the first fight. So maybe, because of that, maybe he cheated the second fight. And there's some red flags in the second fight, so a lot less.
Well, can you give me some examples of red flags in the second fight?
Well, I think what he said basically, said the suit was too heavy, but then he said the suit wasn't too heavy. Wilder did. So I think, probably the suit wasn't too heavy. I don't know how it would be that heavy and stuff like that. Because he works out a lot and stuff. But I think to some degree, I don't know what exactly he did. It's hard to say.
If the suit was heavy in the second fight, is that Tyson Fury's fault? Did he cheat by?
Oh, that's the thing, because he's saying that Fury, basically hired Wilder's trainer to help him lose or something, which is such an elaborate thing, which is hard to believe.
Okay, so but if he did hire Tyson Fury, if Tyson Fury did hire Deontay Wilder's trainer to help him lose, why is that trainer still on his team right now in JD's?
Oh, he's still on the trainer. He's still on the team too. That's the thing. Yeah, it's because there's some things that seem like Wilder accused him of that didn't happen. Maybe because he's trying to figure it out or something. But otherwise, hard to say.
Hey, well, Paul from San Diego, thank you so much, brother, for calling in. Salute to you, fam.
Huh?
Shout out to Paul from San Diego. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hello, coach. My name is Godwin from Nigeria, Lagos precisely.
Oh, you're calling from Nigeria. Talk to me, man. We international, man. Talk to me, man. You can have the floor. Go ahead, talk.
Coach Maraka Williams, I love your show. This is the third time I'm hearing you analyzing Deontay Wilder issue about the glove case. And
Yes,
I give you kudos for that. Everything is well understood. Keep up the good work, brother. I love you.
Yeah, man. Salute.
Thank you very much.
Shout out to the motherland on Africa, and salute to my brother from Nigeria, man. Thank you so much, brother, for the support. Give him a round of applause. International. We international, baby. Salute to the motherland. If there is again, anyone that feels that I'm a coon, anyone that feels that I'm a sellout, anyone that feels that I'm a disgrace to the black race, anyone that feels that what I showed today were nothing but lies and anything else, please call into the show. This is your opportunity to speak. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Michael from Minnesota.
Michael from Minnesota. Oh, you know what? I know who you is. You're not Michael from Minnesota. You're the guy who always call here. You said your name is Cool Bud Curry. You said your name is D from Florida. You're calling from a Florida number. I picked your voice up last time you said you're Michael from Minnesota. Something is wrong with you, my man. But go ahead, talk to me. Talk to me, quote unquote, Michael from Minnesota. You got several different numbers. Write this number down. Go ahead. Michael from Minnesota, go ahead.
Unknown call.
Michael from Minnesota hung the phone up. I figured him out. There's a dude that called me from Florida by the name of Derek. When he calls, he always sound like his voice is dragging. Yeah, what up, Coach? This is Derek from Florida. That's who Michael from Minnesota is. It's the same voice. I caught it. It's the same voice. He called himself Derek. He also calls himself Cool Bud Curry in the chat. And now he's Michael from Minnesota, and he's calling me from a Florida number. So I got your number written down. I have your Minnesota number, and now I have your Florida number, Derek, aka Michael from Minnesota. Like, I have some hell of a guys who follow me. Write his number down. He's from Florida. Anybody, so as soon as I called him out, what did he do? He hang the phone up. These dudes are cowards. I told you these dudes are cowards. These fake unconscious community guys,
unknown caller.
They're cowards. They ain't got no heart. They don't want no smoke. I'm here. We're going to shut the phone down in 3 minutes. They cowards. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hi, Coach. This is Backward Gonawolo. I call you from,
what's your name, Frank?
Backward Gonawolo. I call you from Liberia.
Okay, Liberia.
West Africa. Yes, West Africa.
Liberia, West Africa. Talk to me.
Yeah. So I always listen to your show. Mm-hmm. And for me, I'm not an American. Mm-hmm. I'm a boxing fan first before, venturing into maybe the Wakanda or black or white or yellow blue. But for me, I don't look at all of that. I look at the talent. And that is why I always pay for my pay-per-view. Mm-hmm. And my house is full with people. And we go there to look at the boxing. We don't go there to look at the color or the politics in boxing.
Yes, sir.
So, and the way I listen to you articulate, your reason, your justification, your explanation, the way you make it very clear. Sometimes, so I'm on, but then we're like 15 person watching you because, you try to, educate people, make everything clear, this race-based politics in boxing and all that kind of stuff.
Yes, sir.
I've listened to a couple of other, YouTubers like Blue Blood, the other people. Sometimes we just, focus on race. We try to, fight people, emotions. Sometimes when it's super chat, I don't know.
Yes,
but that's some crazy stuff. Just continue doing what you're doing and educate people. Take a very strict perspective on the topic of boxing.
Yes,
and let's see what happens, man.
Now, I want to break something down for you. For all of you brothers and sisters from that's not from America, right?
Yeah.
Black Americans is totally different from other blacks around the world.
I understand that.
No, I'm so this is why, like, I know a lot of people from different parts of Africa, especially ones from Nigeria that come over here. I can do a whole show on that, but the Black American is very, very different. It's very, very different, and I'm not going to get into it right now, but one day I'm going to do a show, and I'm going to just break it down. Since everybody likes to talk about race and boxing, we're going to talk about whites, blacks. I'm going to break it all down because I think I'm qualified to do that, and I'm going to break down the psychology of different groups online just to say I did the show, right? But I appreciate you, my brother from Liberia. Thank you so much. West Africa, stand up, and thank you so much, sir, for calling in, man. Have a good day, okay?
Okay, Coach, bye.
Yes, sir. All right. No Wakandas wanted to call in. One Wakanda called in. Derek from Florida. Then he said he was from Miami. Then he's Minnesota Mike. And I called his voice. I said, this is the same dude. And he messed around and called today. They don't listen. You know why these guys don't like calling me? Because they can't deal with me. Y'all can't deal with me. You haven't studied what I studied. You haven't been through what I've been through. And you don't know how to articulate your position. I told you, you better bring you somebody from the conscious community who's very, very sharp to deal with me. You Wakandas are too stupid. The only thing you're gonna do, get mad, threaten, and call me names. That's about as far as it's gonna go. But when it come to dealing with the facts, the truth is not in you. And the devil is a lie. Let's give everybody a round of applause. Tell a friend, tell a friend, and tell another friend. Coach Malachi will allow you to speak. I will be calm. I will not yell at you. I will not curse you. I will not threaten you. And I would allow you to say everything you need to say. But once you finish, I promise you, my reply is going to be swift, very analytical. I'm going to come with receipts, information, and I can articulate myself very well. And I have a GED. True. Hey, I got a GED, y'all. I got a GED. So he doing all that with a GED? Yes, sir, with a GED. The white man's education, huh? White man's GED too. The white man's GED. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me see what's up. Let me. Yeah, I'm doing all that with the white man's GED. Yeah, man. Ain't too bad. Ain't too bad with the GED, huh? Hold on. Got one more call. Got one more call. Hold on, guys. Got one more call. Hold on. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Lady Shannon, the two.
Lady Shan, done them season. Talk to me. Talk to me, Shan.
What's up? Great show. Great. I think Wakanda is forever to never in one time.
What did you say, Shan?
Wakanda is never. I said we've gone from Wakanda forever to Wakanda is never.
Yeah. Do you feel I was disrespectful in any way? Did I say any disrespect towards Wilder or anything? Do you feel I'm asking?
No, you just said it, as usual, receipts, stats, facts, and data. You didn't say anything derogatory. Everything you said it was backed up by a receipt. We've been through this already 18 months ago, and we got to go through it again, and I appreciate you doing it. Everything that Wilder basically has stood against, which is, people with different complexion, have all helped him to be who he is to this day. So, it's just like double standards, triple standards, and even quadruple standards. So I'm just saying salute to you. And keep the good work coming. You're global. You've got people from Liberia calling you Nigeria. Bars. So keep it going. All you can do is tell the truth. That's all you can do.
Yeah, I'm gonna just lay it out there. I'm gonna just lay it out there, Shan. And if they accept it, cool. If not, that's fine. I'm not tripping on it. But Shan, thank you so much. I'm gonna wrap the show up. Thank you so much. Thank you for calling in.
Thank you so much. Shout out to everybody. See you later.
All right, y'all subscribe to Lady Shan, done them season, man. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. You know what they're gonna say, man. It is what it is, man. It is what it is.
You wish you could work it the way I do, but you can't. You're begging me not to leave you, and I refuse to let you go.
At the Thomas Jones. Shout out to Ryan. We got one more call. This one more call might be interesting. Let's see. I might get a threat on this call. Caller, what's your name? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Yes, good evening. It's the man they call Michael Kanowski.
Michael, where you calling from?
I'm calling from the mountains of Pennsylvania.
Michael calling from Pennsylvania. Talk to me.
Well, I was one of them white boys that were too cowards calling to your show, and I would just like to start off with this. That Lucifer and the Archangel were created a week apart, but it doesn't really matter. Good and evil is timeless. But the conscious community has nothing with boxing, anything good to do with it. So when I appreciate, like, when I listen to sports podcasts, that you don't bring in girly gossip to this manly alpha thing we're trying to do. The conscious community has nothing to do with boxing.
Yeah, the conscious community is the conscious community. They don't have anything to do with boxing. That is true.
Yeah, they don't deal with boxing. We don't talk with them. We don't know who they are. Sign that he can go around and spread gossip and go around and do what he wants to do. But I'm trying to tell you that if you want to run a successful boxing podcast, I would probably leave out the gossip of other podcasters, right?
I mean, if a podcaster wants to be successful, whatever they do to get their subscribers, whatever.
No. I'm telling you. Hold on. I am a successful podcaster. I'm telling you. You're not telling me nothing.
What are you telling me?
I told you to stay away from the girly ass gossip when you're talking about boxing. Meta, and the poppies of the world.
Listen, hold on.
We're not involved. We don't want that in the box.
Hold on. What you're not going to do, you're not going to call and overtalk me. I can talk about whatever I want to talk about on my show. If you don't like what I'm talking about, Michael from Pennsylvania, guess what you can do? You can unsubscribe and leave. You don't dictate.
Do the work.
You don't dictate. This guy's trying to overtalk me. You don't dictate what the hell I talk about on my podcast. I don't give a. You can't tell me how to run my show. You see what I'm saying? If you don't like it, you can get the fuck on. I don't give a fuck about you. You see what I'm saying? Get the fuck on. As far as I'm concerned, shit, kick rocks. Fuck you.
Yes, what?
Man,
you're not a professional.
Man, fuck you. Get that white boy off my goddamn phone, man. You almost turned me pro-black. You almost turned me back to where I used to be back then, man. Get your punk ass off my phone. Anyways, that dude called me several times. Almost got me out of character. Boy, I almost had a Nation of Islam flashback on your ass. Anyways, let me calm down. Anyways, let's get back into this punk ass white boy. Shout out to Massachusetts. Shout out to Lady Shane. Shout out to Troy Graham. Shout out to Flex BX. Shout out to Al Money. Shout out to the Mad Titan. Let's see. Shout out to this punk ass nigga to be calling me Derek from Florida and Mike, Minnesota Mike. Shout out to your punk ass. I got both of your phone numbers, hoe ass nigga. You got anything you want to say? Call back tomorrow. Shout out to Bob from Liberia, West Africa. Salute you, fam. Shout out to Lady Shan, done them season. Shout out to that punk ass motherfucking white boy who called in just now. Fuck you. Don't never come back to my channel again, bitch. Shout out to Paul from San Diego. Shout out to O from Cali. Shout out to Ron from Vermont. Shout out to Adrian from Dallas, Texas. And if anybody don't like what that motherfucker said, holla. I said what I said. I stand on that. I stand on it, bro. I stand on my square. Anybody can get it. Whites can get it. Blacks can get it. Hispanics can get it. Asians can get it. Anybody who want it can get it with me. I am an equal opportunity. I don't give a damn. You can unsubscribe. I can replace you. I'm good at what I do. True. Shout out to John Doe. What up, Doe? Shout out to Dean West. Shout out to Bless 365. Shout out to Frank Forbes. Shout out to Big Hulk from Maryland. Shout out to Boss Dog. Shout out to El Lobo. Shout out to Jay. Shout out to Eric Grimey. Shout out to Swift 718. Shout out to S. Kamani. Shout out to Sabrina Lee. Shout out to Major Key Boxing. Shout out to J Dog. What's going on, fam? Shout out to the one Mr. Ham. Yeah, shout out to the one Mr. Ham. Shout out to Old Dirty Boxing. Shout out to BG from the Hot Boys. Shout out to Oscar. Shout out to Get Test Up Boxing. Shout out to Javon Soto. Shout out to BWG. Shout out to Karma Serene. Shout out to Damian Bennett. Shout out to Mark Nash. Shout out to BWON. Shout out to Bishop Don Magic Wand. Shout out to Bernard Burton. Shout out to Frank the Tank with the big bank. Shout out to Ricky Ricardo. Shout out to Will Sargentson. Shout out to Knockdown 305. Shout out to Manny G. Shout out to Boxing Nerd 101. Shout out to Candy Slim. Shout out to Drummond for Life. Shout out to Doug Rightside. Shout out to Deborah Booker. Shout out to Vanny 209. Shout out to Adrian Big 30. Shout out to MFB. Shout out to Bush the Can Man Cassidy. Shout out to AV Sounds. Shout out to Kathy W. Shout out to Miguel. Shout out to Here to There. Shout out to True Gritter 402. Shout out to Hair Hero Elite. Shout out to Jay Rodriguez. Shout out to Philo 58. Shout out to Folo Bond. Shout out to Ron Boy Fresh. What up, Slim? Shout out to Dantes. Shout out to Lil Green Eyes Pete. Shout out to Charlo. Shout out to Ahmed. Shout out to Fistiana Fights. Shout out to my sister Miss Fit. Shout out to Retro Boss and the documentaries. Shout out to School of X-Man. Shout out to Philly Fly. Shout out to A. Sneed. Shout out to Dr. Paul Evans. Shout out to my sister Arlette, Harlem's finest. Shout out to my sister from Newark, New Jersey, Lisa Bales. Shout out to my main man from Detroit, Smith and West. Shout out to Punch Perfect Boxing. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Once again, it's on. It's our boy Coach Malachi Williams signing out. New media today, USA Boxing. I'm sorry, guys. The show ran for 3 hours and 20-something minutes. It ran kind of long. I apologize. If I wouldn't have had Rick Glaser on the show, it would have ended earlier. But it is what it is. Let's get it in. Once again, it's on. It's up on Coach Malachi Williams signing out. New media today, USA Boxing. And let me hit y'all, man, on these South Side.
I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything you say, 5. Go ahead, ask me a question. Did you? 5.
It is what it is, man.
I want to thank the whole hood who came out here. I love y'all. I did this for the hood. Y'all know I beat that boy.
See you guys tomorrow, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You know my motto. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.